Put some respect on it. Bitch, I'm on my mom's side. When you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all. Put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it. And I ain't gonna say it no more. Listen, now I could have pulled up, put some respect on it. But that ain't.
What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Aaron Wiles Out TV, and I'm bringing you a new video. I am here with the one and only FLYKINGI. Okay.
Put some respect on it.
Yes. Put some other respect.
Put some respect on
his name. He is a battle rapper. He is an entrepreneur. His company is Royal Flyness. Okay.
Yes.
So body butters, lip balms. Girl, you name it, he got it, okay? The link or his website, his Instagram will be in the description below. Can I have my mods that is in here? Can they just rotate the link for me, please? Of his Instagram, his business Instagram, and everything. Okay? Y'all make sure to like this video. Make sure to like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Definitely subscribe to Fly King because he has a YouTube channel as well. In his music channel. Literally follow everything. And if I don't have it in the description, I will definitely put it after this interview. Okay? Like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified when I go live and or have a new video coming out. Okay, so FLYKINGI, how are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I cannot wait to talk to you and have this conversation.
I'm happy.
Now, I just want to have my first question. This is not an interview question, but have you been watching my reviews?
I've watched
my review.
I've watched a couple of your reviews.
So you know how I feel about
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, but I'm glad that I get to talk with you about whatever. So, let's start this interview. And shout out to everybody that's coming in.
Hi,
definitely
everybody.
show love to FLYKINGI and purchase his product, his Royal Flyness products. All right, let's get this interview underway. I got my handy dandy iPad.
You gotta have that.
Very professional, child.
Okay. The girls are professional, honey.
All right, my first question is, Mr. Ian.
Yes.
Who is FLYKINGI? Can you please tell the viewers who don't know who you are, who have never watched you on Chasing LA, who is FLYKINGI?
FLYKINGI is a hip hop entertainer. So I'm a rapper. I have music. My first mixtape was called Labor Day, and I had New York from Miss Tiffany Pollard host the mixtape. So I've actually one of my songs featuring two other LGBTQ hip hop artists, Solomon and Rob B, was featured on Billboard. I've been featured on, my music has been featured on several Billboard playlists and things like that. So I do my thing with music, and I'm also a battle rapper. So I say I describe Fly King I as a hip hop entertainer. So
yes. How was it working with Miss Tiffany Pollard? Was she?
Oh my God, she is. And then after that, you know, we was mad cool. We still talk to each other like through social. So when I first met her, I remember she walked in the door and she was like, "Oh, you the Fly King I? Oh, you skinny." And she was like, at the time, she was like, "Oh, I lost weight too because I stopped smoking them cigarettes because y'all know I used to be like this everywhere." So like that's how she came in the door, like no cameras, no nothing. So she is just such a genuine person. I love Tiffany so much.
Yes, I love her too. I can't wait to well, she's back on TV, but I want to see her in more things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Fly King, what was your childhood like growing? Like, what was you like growing up? You know,
what was I like growing up?
Yeah,
Well,
what like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
well, I grew up. I have a younger sister. Grew up with my grandmother and my mother. We lived in Compton, California, in a nice home. Um, what do you mean as far as like what was it like?
How was your childhood? Like, how was your childhood growing up? Like, was it
My,
like, you know?
my childhood growing up was, I would say, pretty normal. I mean, I went to private school until I was about in the 6th grade. Then I went to public school. I think what I would say about my childhood is the fact that I am, my personality is very flamboyant. I have a high pitched voice. I'm a Black person. So growing up, especially in the 90s, it was very like, oh, you don't play football, you don't want to play basketball. So I did have a hard time in life with just being myself, even with being on the show and hearing things that people say about how I dress and how loud my voice is. These are things I've heard since I was a kid, like how I would wear things that that's just me. And I find it easier with myself and my mental health to just be myself. And whoever doesn't like it, I'm okay with that. And that's cool. I like it. And that's just
Yeah, I understand. When did you first fall in love with music?
I fell in love with music from grade school. Like growing up, I had every CD, whoever CD was out, from Outkast to Before Dark to like everybody, like whoever CD was out, and I listened to music. I love hip hop. When I would go to school, especially in high school, they used to do like hip hop ciphers. So that's where I got kind of my first taste of like battle rap type of thing. So the guys will go back and forth, but of course, because like I'm like the guy that is like, oh, he's gay, so I wouldn't I would have to get the gall to even want to get to do it. And I remember one day I went up there and did it, and I had killed it. Everybody went crazy, and I was so shocked. And I think that was the first time that I learned that even though people have however they have about how you are and how you choose to present yourself, if you just be yourself, you'll shine through at the end of the day. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter.
Who are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspirations, I would say, are Busta Rhymes, Little Kim, Khalees. I love Lady Gaga. Like definitely a little monster. So that's who I would say is
Yes, I love Lady Gaga too. That's my baby. Like, yes. I'm not a monster because y'all niggas is crazy. So I'm a fan. Like, I'm a fan. Like,
yeah, of course I love Beezus too. Love Beyonce.
Yes, love her. Yes. Okay, so since you're talking about battle rap, I have a lot of battle rap questions. I myself am, and that's why I liked you when you came on. Like, it was something, you were different. Like, I didn't know of gay Black men in battle rap. So why battle rap? Why battle
because of
rap?
what you just said. As I was coming up as a rapper and I'm doing my music, business in general, business is a competitive sport. When whatever your business you're doing, if you're selling flowers, you got to kind of take a step back and look at what the other floral shops is doing and what's working and what's not working, and how can you enter this market with something different. I know I've gotten a lot of big opportunities. I've been mentioned on, mainstream platforms because with what you just said, there is no gay battle rappers that are prominent. And it's like, But if I do that, then that helps me and my brand, and that's something that I can do. So I seen they were having like auditions in West Hollywood. Like it was the same day that it popped into my head to do it. I looked online and I was like, wait, that's today. And I was like, I gotta get my what I'm gonna wear, when I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna say, what's gonna happen. I gotta get up to Hollywood. So I get in my car, I get up to Hollywood. And this is crazy. I got my best friend to come with me because this is also like a world of like, these is gang bangers. This, when you talk about the trade, this is like the trade breeding. This is where the trade is at. So me being there, it's like, what? Like, what is he doing here? What are you about to do? So I got up there and I rapped to the guy and I killed it. And then there were several other leagues owners there because that's how it works. It's kind of the same thing as music. If you did music, then the club promoters book you for the shows. So league owners or battle rap league owners book you to be on their card. You get paid, and that's how you that's how you run your game that way. So that's how it kind of all started there. So that's why I did it. And also too, because I was like, I think if I do it, it'll start opening up doors. And, you know, for as Monique would say, I got to look out for the little girl coming up behind me. And I'm like, that would be so amazing. So ever since I started doing it, then they all of a sudden now they have a gay battle league, Prism Battle League. And then they have other gay battlers that have done great things, worked with Remy Ma and Drake and all type of stuff now. So that's why I wanted to do it, and why it, you know, what drove me and what gave me so much passion to do it.
Okay, good. All right. Have you ever felt like you ate down in a battle, but they gave it to the other person? Like the other person walked away with the prize money and you felt like, damn, like I ate down, like I ate you down. You didn't really like do anything. Like, have you ever felt like that?
I would say most of the time, I have a battle in particular, and this is the battle that kind of like took my battle rap career to the next level. And that was a battle with this guy named Perfecto, who is like, he wears dashikis. He's like the conscious Hotep type of character, right? So not to go into the battle, you got FLYKINGI versus Perfecto. Go watch it. I was reading him about, you know, how even though you're African, we should still, I thought it was, you know, one love, one brother. Like, what happened to that at the end? You know, I got him together. Now, if you watch the beginning of the battle, when they introduced me, they was like, boo, we don't want one of this faggot shit. It was all, so what I'm saying is they always wanted me to lose. So I had to be, so the fact that I even got where I got in battle rap is because I had to be so amazing that it would be like, you know what, he all right. Like, that's what it was. So, and I will always get the prize money or whatever, or I will always win the battle from the judges, but the people would be like, no matter how good I was, my opponent would have to be like dead trash for them to be like, you know, say that I won, even though everyone knows like I killed it, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like your peers respect you in your pen?
In my peers in battle rap?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I get a lot of love from the people that are part of the community. A lot of big battlers show me like mad respect. A lot of big rappers that I'm like shocked you even know who I am. So I do get a lot of love. So I couldn't sit here and say no.
Okay. So in the interview, you stated because of your sexuality, people think that you're an easy target. Can you elaborate on that? And elaborate on that. Elaborate on that, and then I'm gonna go into the second question.
In battle rap, I feel like it's kind of like you don't have to really do too much to battle me. The perception is because I'm gonna just come and call you a faggot and call you a faggot and call you the faggot. Because before I came along, there were other gay battle rappers, right? But none of them could really get any momentum forward because no matter how good they were, they couldn't get past the fact that the whole room is homophobic. So if I just come and say, look at this faggot with AIDS, you lost the battle. That's all I really got to say. I don't really, you saying all this stuff. So it hit me right before I started Battle Perfecto. I said, all of the other gay battlers defend being gay. Why don't I stop defending being gay and attack my opponent for who they are? You're talking and make it into you're talking about me being gay, But don't you got a baby mom? You're not taking care of kids over here. Your daughter said she was starving on Twitter yesterday. Like, you need to be worrying about this, not about me being gay. So that allow now, when you approach it that way, to get momentum in this situation. So
yeah. Okay. Can you talk about the challenges you had to face or overcome being in a majority heterosexual Black male, like, dominated, that is widely, first of all, the genre is widely homophobic.
yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, like
yeah, it's crazy.
What challenges you had to face and overcome? Just you
know what, to get up and perform in front of, let's say you get in front of a group of people, and all of these people love you and adore you. That can make you nervous. Beyonce goes out in front of her loving, adoring fans and says, "Oh, I was so nervous." So to get in front of a bunch of people that are homophobic and you clearly gay, I honestly look back and I don't know how I was able to swallow that pill and just go out there. That's literally what I would have to say to myself. Like, I would have to say to myself, like, don't get out here and be nervous and get the choking up and everything. You're out here, you know what you're here to do, you know what it is. So you just gotta, just go for it. So some of the challenges that I had to face is in battle rap, you're performing with someone else. And because you're gay, if I win and you're this straight rapper, it's like, oh, but you lost to the gay nigga. So now everybody you battle is going to mention the fact that you lost to the gay nigga, and it's going to be hard for you to now win battles because everyone is going to be like, oh, you lost to the gay nigga. Yeah. They're not going to want to hear whatever smart things you have to say. So you have to get a league that wants to even have you as a gay battle rapper on their platform. And then now you have to get an opponent to agree to battle you and then show up, because there's been times there was a time I was supposed to battle Daylight, who was a huge rapper. He's been on the cover of Vibe. I think he's signed over there, signed with TDE right now. He is huge. So that, like, to battle him would have changed my whole battle rap career trajectory. He didn't show up to the battle. We was headline 2 scheduled to battle, but he didn't show up. But it's kind of this thing of, if he would have show up and he wasn't prepared and I would have beat him, I'm the gay nigga. So now, they get to throw the gay nigga around. But if I was straight, what you would call that is being pussy or running away from me. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the challenge, a huge challenge that I face in battle rap. Like, the fact that I was even able to do the little bit that I've been able to do is like a miracle.
Do you think there will ever become a time where that the stigma of the homophobia in battle rap, do you think there will ever become a time where that's not the case? That everybody will just accept everybody for who they are, no matter how, like, the choices in life and life choices? And do you ever think there will be a time?
I don't think so, especially in the Black community, because I think that a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it's just how, like, when you talk about white supremacy and how that's the setup of America and the, way everything is set up, it's kind of set up the same way in the Black community when it comes to Black women, when it comes to gay people, trans women. It's almost like, not that it has to be like that, but it's like, if we let y'all rock, we know y'all dope. But if we let y'all rock, we gonna have a hard time, getting to the money, because we know y'all gonna go crazy. And like, gay people are so creative, and it's like, we might not be that creative. So the shit that I'm putting out, I'm able to be mediocre and get to the millions. But if I let you rock, then I have to get up way early in the morning just to compete. So I think for that reason, I don't think so.
Okay. I respect that. What advice would you give to that young man with the high-pitched voice that want to be in battle rap, and get into the game? Yeah.
What advice would I give him?
Yeah.
It's gonna be really, really, really hard, and it's gonna be times where you are going to want to burst into tears of how hard it is, but it'll all be okay in the end.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the first lady of URL, Miss Hustle, signing with Death Row. Do you have any opinions on her signing to Death Row?
I think that's crazy. I love Miss Hustle. That's my sis. Love her so much. She's always been, that's a huge battler who's always been supportive of me in my career. I'm happy for her. I hope the album drop. I'll be buying the album. Last time I talked to her, she said she was shooting a video. She was supposed to call me and I was going to be, she was like, you need to pull up for the video. And I'm like, I'm there. So yeah. So
period. I love her too. When I first got into her, that's when the whole her and Nikki got into it, like back.
Yeah.
That's I live. Like Nikki Barbie.
Yes.
Girl, it was hilarious. So, speaking of, you know, we still on the conversation of battle rap.
Okay.
What are your before I get to my next question, when are we gonna have you signed to like a deal? Like, are you interested in signing to somebody?
I haven't been really, I used to be, and then I kind of just was like, I'm just gonna try to build my own platform and release my own, and just because it doesn't have to just be music, it could just be, I have a platform and this is what I'm doing, this is what product I'm releasing. I don't think I mean, if it presents itself, I might consider it. But when you really take a step back and look at all that kind of comes with that, because I've definitely had meetings throughout my career of, you know, different situations that ended up, I was supposed to go on tour with like Kendrick Lamar in Australia, and it was like the craziness that goes on behind the scenes. It might sound like Kendrick Lamar in Australia, you should have packed your bag, but it's like, yeah, but no, I can't do that. These people are crazy. So I don't know. It's not something it's not like something I'm working towards right now. No.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Remy Ma's new Battle League Chrome 23? What are your thoughts
I
on
love Remy. Shout out to Remy, Chrome 23. I think that's amazing. It's definitely needed, especially in battle rap where there's not a big market share for the females. And, you know, we gotta love on our Black women, so they need a platform too. So shout out to Remy Ma for coming out there. And Remy, you know, already, you know, hollered at you. So when you ready for me to 1-2, I'm in there. Okay. All right.
That was going to be my next question. Like, when will we see FLYKINGI on a Remy card? Like,
I don't know. It's totally, you know, up to that queen on if she even wants to decide to have me on there. I would be honored to be on there. And of course, as always, I will put on an amazing show. But, you know, shout out to the other, you know, big leagues that have had me, from URL, like, which is like the biggest league. That was crazy. That was even a gay person even on there. And there was a lot behind the scenes, even with that, because like a judge had to pick me to be on URL, and it's all this behind the scenes, like, oh, you picked the gay nigga, you picked the gay nigga. There has literally been battle rappers. Like, I'll be booked and I'll get told by this league, like, these big name battle rappers called and said, yeah, but why you want to push that agenda? Like, that type of shit. Like, I've had to deal with that type on big. You trying to get booked, like Needy said, my money, like, you know what I'm saying? You coming from now you coming, I'm getting booked, and you're calling who's booking me, and you like, why you booking a gay nigga? And it's like, that's crazy to me. But that's the type of shit that's type of shit was going on. I would never like name drop or none of that. But I don't have to lie about that. That's absolutely, and niggas know that's what was going on.
Trash ass niggas always trying to stop somebody bag. That's true.
Yeah, because I'm gay. Don't know me, none of that.
So, you know, you're not the only gay Black men in battle rap. What are your thoughts on J2? What are your thoughts on J2?
J2 is my good sis. Love J2. I think what J2 has done is absolutely incredible. J2 actually battled Yoshi G. Shout out to Yoshi G. Love her too. They battled on RBE, which was legendary. That was the first time a gay male was on RBE. He actually paid homage to me in his battle. When I battled Perfecto, I had spoke Zulu. So in his battle, he was like some Fly King, and he spoke Swahili. So shout out. So I was honored that, you know, he saw me coming up, and, you know, he's doing his thing, and I think that's amazing. Love J2.
Yeah. So why haven't you and J2 battled yet? Like, because I try to look online to see if
we haven't battled.
J2 have battled. Y'all haven't battled yet. Why is that?
It's definitely been in talks on Queen of the Ring. I know it was one point we kind of like buzzed about it or whatever the case may be. Um I don't know. Sometimes people when they're out, when you're a kid, when you're out in the playground, you're going to play, with toys that you deem safe, right? You know what I mean? So when there's a toy there that's a little not safe, you like, I don't know if I want to play with that one. So I think that's what J2 is doing. So J2, you let me know what you want to do.
Okay. So he just knows that, like, oh, I gotta bring my like A game.
He knows. He knows. Cause he would, cause he done battled this other gay nigga, these other gay niggas, but you ain't battled the gay nigga. So like, okay, like let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we need to get that together. We need to like
we get it.
We need to get that shit booked because I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly. I'm ready.
So, do you think battle rap will ever make it to mainstream?
As far as what, because in my opinion, battle rap is, we got Wild 'N Out, which is basically a battle rap show. I think a lot of the battle rappers, be around celebrities all the time. Maybe celebrities around all the time, like on the regular, like all type of celebrities. I met so many people. I was on the Bad Girls Club because of battle rap. Like I literally got a call and they was like, "Oh, we want you to come to this club in Hollywood. We want you to battle." I came up there and I come outside and they miking me up. I'm like, "What's this for?" And they was like, "Well, we can't tell you till you sign these papers." And I'm like, "I'm not signing no papers." I signed the papers and it was for the Bad Girls Club. But yeah, it'd be all type. I feel like
season 12.
This was season 16 with the one with Persuasion on it and Dreams All and
got you.
That season I was on there. So it's kind of like, is it going to be as big as Beyonce? I don't know, maybe, but I feel like it is mainstream to a certain extent. You got Remy Ma doing the league, but like Busta Rhymes was there, Puff Daddy was there, like. I was at a battle for King of the Dot out here. Taylor Swift was there. Drake was there. Yes,
so like got a battle rap event.
Yes, it be like it's like battle rap is mainstream underground. So no, it's not gonna be. They not getting the VMA, but like niggas know will.i.am be at the battles. Like I'm so serious. Like it be like these people be there. So it's like if that's your way and handling your business. Like will.i.am over there. Like you do. Oh, what's up, Will? Like. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you performed and you just rap. So it's a great way to kind of get yourself mainstream, if that makes sense, which is another reason why I did it. Because I realized that like people who make decisions in the entertainment industry, they pay attention to battle rap. So you might not battle rap might not be how you get mainstream, but if somebody see you, like you, and they make a decision and they booking this movie for Warner Brothers, bitch, you in the movie for Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. All right, so let's get to the shits.
The shits, okay.
Let's get to the fucking shits.
Let me get my toilet paper down.
Oh yeah, hold on to that. All right. Now, you made an introduction onto Chasing LA season 1. Okay, and when coming on to the season, your style was the talk of the town.
Yes, it was.
One of your cast members described your style as vintage. 1960s, 1970s. Okay, given oldness, grandpa, you was called grandpa, you was called this, How do you feel about the girls coming for your look?
I feel like, some girls come for it. You know what? We live in a big, big world. In the state of California, it's 20 million people. Maybe 2 million of them didn't like my outfit. And that's fine. And that's okay with me because it's kind of like the thing is, Fran said this. And it's like, well, I don't consider that bitch Anna Wintour. Okay. I have performed at New York Fashion Week, Los Angeles Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week. I get sent clothes from designers. I have been to show for my music videos when I shot a video for Limelight. I didn't even have a job at the time. I didn't have no money. I was on Melrose. They let me pull like these $10,000 ostrich shoes off of Melrose because the man liked my outfit. I was able to get on the where I shot my video at for free, even though they pay to have people come shoot there, because the man liked me, my personality, and my outfit. So it's like some people are not gonna like it, and some people are. And I wouldn't be being me or doing it if it wasn't working for me. It might not. It don't have to work for you. It just got to work for me.
You ate that though. You ate that.
Thank you.
How do you feel? How do you feel your style has evolved?
I feel like my style has evolved from when? Since from first season to this season?
Now.
You know what? I feel like last season it was the COVID pandemic, and certain times we was filming, it was so bad in Los Angeles where like you couldn't go to McDonald's and get a French fry because like McDonald's was closed. So it was kind of hard to really kind of express myself the way I wanted to. I had to just kind of grab whatever I had, like, to be honest, last season, because you couldn't, the mall was closing at 3:00, like it was COVID. But now that things aren't like that, I'm able to now kind of be a little bit who I am. Because if you go back and even look at, before the show and seeing the stuff I was wearing, the boots I was wearing, the crowns, I wear crowns and fur coats. I wore a crown and a red fur coat to the floor in one of my battles. When I battled Link for LA Battlegrounds, I had a crown with all these red crystals and stuff. So I'm just being myself. That's just me, and this is what it is.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Do you think your style? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think your style has worsened or leveled up a notch
since last season?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it has leveled up 10 notches.
You better talk your shit.
I feel like it was leveled up 10 notches, and last year it was already up some notches because the girls was giving McQueen, Jock Miss, like you can play, like the girls want to play with me, and it's fun. It's a kiki to me, honestly, because I go in Saks and I buy what I want to. I didn't have to buy what you would buy. You go in there and you buy it. I want to buy the green one.
I will say you be labeled down. I see you in all types of labels. You be labeled down. So I will say that. I be like, damn. Just labels. Your whole from top to bottom, just labels.
Just growing up and seeing, like, when I was growing up, they had like the fabulous life of this celebrity growing up, and it was all about that. So that's just I've always loved fashion and the fashion houses and what's coming down the runway, and how they had it on the model on the runway. That's how you're supposed to wear it. And sometimes when you wear it, how it comes down the runway, it can look off-putting to most people. It cannot be practical. But in fashion, it's kind of like you were supposed to wear it similar to how it came down the runway, because this is what the fashion house is saying, how they wanted it to be presented. So it's like a thing in fashion. So the girls that get it, they get it, and the girls that don't, that's fine. They don't have to.
I remember when I had a infatuation with Louis Vuitton. I was always on the Louis Vuitton website, and I was like, I was that kid. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get these loafers. I'm gonna get this bag.
Yes.
But I was broke as shit in school, just like, oh, I can't wait till I get a job and I can buy it. But the person I am right now, girl, I am good with ASOS, American Eagle. Girl,
we love them too. We love them too. Bitch. Love all of them too.
I'm good. But going on now, the moment I have been waiting for. The moment I have been waiting for you, Mr. Motherfucking Ian.
What's the team?
On one of the episodes.
Oh, what happened?
You did a freestyle. Let me let you take your drink, baby. Let me let you take your drink.
Mm-hmm.
On one of the episodes, yo ass. Okay?
Had the internet shook up.
You shook it up. You did a freestyle that seemed to be mocking one of Quan's unfortunate events in his life.
Uh-huh.
Okay? What do you have to say? First of all, I don't know if people know, but I should have played it. I should have had it together. If people don't know, I should have had it together on this video. So if people can, if you remember,
Chasing LA season 1 now playing on Chasing Reality. You can go see it. It's there.
Go see it. Go
I
see
have
it.
a few freestyles that
it was probably after the fight. It was probably it's after the fight of the
he was
the
at D Hawkins' house
thing.
and he was getting his booty done.
He was getting his booty done. Yes. So
his ass done.
you made fun of Quan's suicidal, mental state and everything. What do you have to say to the ones that were offended about your blatant disrespect towards those who have suffered or is still suffering?
I think that if you're suffering with, that, I pray that you do get the help that you need. I think that's horrific. I can apologize for your ill feelings. I can only understand how that feels, and that's terrible. However, I'm also going to say that when I did do the freestyle, I was not thinking nor directing nor talking about anybody else but Quan. In that moment, I felt like Quan had came to my party and he had an attitude with me and was being rude at my party. Me being a part of it, I'm not excusing anything. The battle rap community, we say wild, crazy shit and it's light all the time. So me rapping and saying that, I'm not even really, thinking about it. I obviously saw Quan at the reunion. We definitely had a conversation about it, and I wholeheartedly apologize because I was 100% wrong and in saying that. Regardless, if I felt like Quan was disrespecting me at the party, then I should have picked up the phone and called Quan about it. I shouldn't have expressed it in that way. So I definitely, I apologize to Quan in his face at the reunion. We talked about it, and I apologize to anybody that was, offended by it. I shouldn't have said that. I was wrong.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I liked you.
No, you love me.
When you no, because honestly, because I liked you going into the season, and when you said that, I was in the chat. And I had to go back, and I was like, wow, I was like so off-putting because you have like it wasn't just with Quan, it was the fact that there are people suffering, and I have suffered my own mental illness, mental state. I suffer with depression. I've suffered with that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a dark place, and I was like, damn, like somebody that I was rooting for, made fun of that, and I was like,
I don't think that it is at all funny, and I'm sorry about that. I think when you get on a platform like this, you're not even really thinking. After you're filming, that the stuff that you're saying and how it's affecting other people is definitely, especially going into this season 2, something that I had to take a look back and learn. I saw some things that I loved, and I saw some things that I didn't like. So I'm definitely trying to take that and improve myself. But I was definitely wrong for that, and I absolutely didn't mean it, nor is that's extremely serious. Everybody deserves to be here, and no matter how low you may get, I think you should just at least stay in that low and understand that one day, whether it be tomorrow, the next day, a year, you want to at least be here to say, I made it through that. You've made it through worse things. You've gotten this far. You gotten to this point, and it wasn't easy.
And here's is where I put out a PSA to anybody who is going through that. There is a hotline you can call, and we're going to put it up right here. National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Call if you're going through something. There are people that will talk to you, that care about you, in all of those things. Shout out to National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Is 1-800-273 8255. Yes. You deserve to be here. You are loved, and we do care. All right.
That's now, right. Amen.
This off. Yes.
Amen.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right. Now let's get into some more shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was your what was your opinion of the distasteful reaction and comments towards season 1 of Chasing LA?
As far as like it was nothing but fighting and this, that, and this.
Fighting, but also off of the camera. Like the powers that be all came together to come for your producer. Everything. Do you think it was
I think with that, I think it might seem like something that doesn't normally occur. I just think that with us, unfortunately, it was so public because that's something from what I see has very common. It just didn't make the news. And unfortunately ours made the news. What did I think about it? I thought a lot of it was kind of unfortunate in a lot of people's different directions. I feel like there was a lot of unnecessary vitriol that was coming along towards us, and it was just like all of these like harsh critiques when like me and Andre are filming like commercials with using the Canon Red camera, which is like a $60,000 camera, and it's like, not to say we hype Williams, but it's like, well, goddamn, well, what the fuck else should we have done? And it was like, well, y'all was fighting and we couldn't keep up with the story. And it's like, well, when I'm looking around at all of these other wonderful LGBTQ shows that they have on YouTube, I feel like it was given the same category. Like it was given what everyone else was. I don't feel like everyone else was given this and we gave this. Like that's not, it was given this. So a lot of it I didn't get. So that's how I felt about it.
What was your opinion of Miss Imani Van Zant? Departure.
What is my opinion of her departure?
Yes.
Well, what I'll say about that is I seen him. I was watching Chasing when Dallas first came out because I'm actually friends with Premier. So when he was, on the show, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch my friend's show. He on here. So that's when Imani was kind of first introduced when they had first came out, right? Around that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, who is this lady? She's funny. She's fabulous. I love Iyanla Vanzant. So I'm like, oh yes, a drag queen or a woman doing Iyanla Vanzant. I'm here for all day. So I loved Imani. I will follow her. I bought a fan. All of that. When she had her departure, unfortunately, it's a lot of things that I was made aware about behind the scenes that was kind of eyebrow raising that I'm not gonna sit here publicly and state. But based on that, I would say it was very interesting to see her departure. That's what I would say about it.
Well, listen, just tell me about it in the DMs, good?
Okay, I'll tell you in the DMs.
Thank you. All right. So what are your opinions on this current season so far?
My opinions on this current season, I am so proud of this season, just looking at it and just looking at all the chasing that the cast members have been, all of us, the group, have been displaying, along with the drama, because that's why y'all are here, even though y'all always say we always fighting. But if we wasn't fighting, y'all wouldn't be here. So thank God for the fighting. So it's even from production standpoint, it just, everything looks great. We have taglines. So we're constantly doing, we have all this promotion. Those green pictures looked incredible. So I think this season is definitely an upgrade from last season, which was already iconic, but to take it a step up from there, I'm very proud of this season and excited for it.
Now, all right, yes. Now, season 1.
Mm-hmm.
The audience. Matter of fact, let me start it with this. There's a certain person that was on last season who was gunning for people that they didn't know.
Who was that?
You, Miss FLYKINGI.
Who was I gunning for that I didn't know?
Well, you gunned for you gunned for Jayla.
I didn't. What did I say about Jayla?
Somebody was talking to you about Jayla. I haven't even met yet.
Okay.
So there were people that you haven't met.
What did I say about Jayla?
I think you was throwing shade. You was throwing like
I never threw shade on Jayla. They said Jayla, and I said the one who lived in Vegas. But I was just saying, like, oh, they ran down the list of the cast to me, and they said, oh, this is Alicia. One was Alicia, and then there was 2 trans girls, and they said one of them, she's in Vegas. So I thought, and at the time they said she's in Vegas. So at the time I didn't know she lived in Vegas. I thought she lived in LA, but being from California, we go to Vegas all the time. It's 4 hours away. So I'm thinking, oh, she in Vegas for the weekend. So I said, oh, she in Vegas. That's all I said. And even when she came to my party and was like, oh, I heard that you said this about me, I asked her, like, what did I say? And I feel like that this was debunked at the reunion. I didn't say what did I say? No one can say
what. What about the shade towards Fran at the time?
What shade towards Fran? You just got finished saying that Fran said the first time I sat down with her that I was old and benches and grandpa. So yeah, whatever I said about Fran, that's what I said.
Okay. But what I was getting to is that a lot of people have these opinions about Nicole, you know, for Jayla, and having these comments towards Jayla, and they haven't even met yet.
Correct.
So what I was asked, but my follow-up question to you, do you think it's hypocritical of you
to do what?
To come for Nicole or to have this opinion about Nicole when you have done the same thing?
Okay. Glad you asked. Absolutely fucking not. Number one, what the fuck happened last year was fucking last year. You understand what I'm saying? When I was a child, I used to shit in diapers, but today I don't shit in diapers. That's not what I'm doing, and that's not what we doing. That's what happened last year. Last year, D. Hawkins decided he wanted to be messy and create a storyline that I was allegedly talking about everybody. But at the reunion, when we asked him what I said, and this alleged tape of me talking about everybody, no one produced it, nor could articulate what I said about anybody. So that's what happened in regards to Fly King last year. Now, if you want to tell the story that I was talking about people like Nicole, that you've made that based on, I would love to see, I want to see the receipts. I want to see the receipts for that. Nicole, when we watch the show, is clearly 2 different things on what the fuck she's doing. You didn't see me getting into yell out spats with multiple people on the cast last season. She has gotten into a yelling spat with how many people? And it's not over. She's not done. So after, if it's 10 people and you getting into it with 6 of them, how you give me the number, Aaron, on at what point it is I'm the problem? How many people do we get to that they're yelling at you? Because even if we say, well, with Fran never yelled at me. We never got into a fight about it. We was cool. Me and Fran is cool. Jayla never was yelling at me. She never hopped up at a table to tell me that she just got her body done and she the baddest bitch and I need to shut my old ass up. She never did that. Now, me and Jayla have had back and forth, but not at the level of her and Nicole are at a point of no return. That's totally different than anything I did last season, added up times 10.
Okay. All right. You ate that. You ate me up on that. You ate me up on that. I will give you that.
And listen, I am open to being wrong. So if people have this list of things, maybe I got into a fight, a fist fire. Maybe I got into a fight and maybe I forgot. Please link me when that happens. Help me out.
All right. What do you think about the situation between Jayla and Nicole? What do you think about it?
I think it's just unfortunate. And what I will say is first of all, let me start with this. Everybody, and it's always this conversation I see within the comments, and I do understand, we understand like what we did or didn't do last season or what may or may not have happened. But I think from our perspective, right, it's like this is an experience that we had. And in any experience in life, you learn from it. So although we may have been on that type of time last year, this year we kind of don't want to be on that type of time. I think us and the OGs have decided we're not saying we're not going to have drama. We're not saying we're not going to argue, but let's let it be organic. Let's let it be about something that really I'm really pissed off that you did, because we have those things happen organically in front of the camera, outside the camera all the time. So I think we realize we don't have to make up bullshit about I don't like your shoes. So now let's get into a fight over that. Let's really just, like, we was working together on video set. You was late to the shoot. I didn't fucking appreciate it. And let's just let it be organic. But so I say that to say, when you watch the season and I'm sitting there talking to Andre, I'm at my Royal Flyness holiday shoot and we got J-Lo on FaceTime. We're talking about what happened at Nicole's house. She says, well, I wasn't able to make it, but I heard she was a fabulous hairstylist. When you hear Andre talk about her, she's a fabulous hairstylist. When you hear about me talk about her up until after all of the show starts airing, everybody came into it. The whole reason why you could add, Andre just did an interview the other day. We was all on the phone like, I don't even want to have to drive to even go film. And it wasn't nothing personally against her, but it was just, when you running your life, you're doing this, running here. It's like, oh, then I got to drive down here and then be on the show. It's not like I get to, if we were not filming, that's one thing. You going to a party, not filming, but I have to, turn it on a bit. Like I can't just sit there and be like, oh, you ain't got nothing to say. Like I have to, interject my energy and myself. So, that can get, when you're filming, this is a job at the end of the day, whether people want to believe that or not. So we said, this is a new cast member. I didn't even know.
It's a free job.
It's a free job, but what? I say that they promote my brand, and I make a lot of money when they post my commercial, and I appreciate that. So I never subscribe to I don't get paid. I feel like they do that for me, and this is how I'm getting paid. Cool, thank y'all, appreciate it. So when it comes to with Nicole, it was like I didn't even know if it was a girl if it was a girl or a boy. Like I didn't. What I mean is I didn't know who it was, because the OGs knew who was filming. So what I'm saying is the new cast, they not telling us, because it's like, oh, we're not gonna tell you. So I don't even, when I say I didn't know her, I didn't know what it was. I don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing up to this house. So I'm showing up to this house and I'm thinking to myself, me being on last season, right? If you a new cast member, your camera time, right? You following, is going to be contingent on the relationships with the other cast. If you can get a Grammy award, but production is going to say, but can we get Hershey to come? Can we get Rich Baum to come? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like, and we all felt like, well, let's just make an effort to go. This is a new person. She got a nice home. She's a fabulous hairstylist. Let's just go and be positive. Everybody came in to be positive and be cool, possibly even friends with Nicole from the beginning, and that is shown on the show. So I feel like anything else that happened, the ball was in Nicole's court. So if things are going left, in my opinion, it's because she threw the ball left. That's what I have to say about what's going on with Nicole and Jayla.
Do you think she strategically rehearsed herself before she got on this show?
Do I think she rehearsed herself before she got on the show? What do you mean?
Like strategically, like because there's been this ongoing thing where they're saying that she watched last season.
I do believe she did. She has made statements in front of the camera and off the camera indicating that she watched last season. And she always making comments and saying, you can't, anything she does, if we say, well, why would you do that? She's like, well, Fran picked up a chair. And it's like, that has nothing to do with this. That's what Fran did. We're talking about what you're doing. You're a grown. We're talking about you. I hate when people do that. Like, I hate that.
So you do think she strategically, like, really?
I feel like, unfortunately for Nicole, she watched how we were last season and she thought that's how we was going to be this season, but we don't want to do that. So unfortunately, it's not going to work because we don't want to do that. We don't want to go back and forth over no petty shit. If you say something crazy, I'm gonna say something crazy, but I'm not upset. Like, no, like everyone, and from Jayla to Andre, and I'm gonna say it. If I was to see Nicole, if me and Nicole end up being cool, I don't have a problem with Nicole. It's her that's with the problem. I don't have a problem. What was Jayla's problem with Nicole? She said she was a nice hairstylist. She had no problem with Nicole. I have no problem with Nicole. William the Baddest didn't even know Nicole. He didn't have no problem with her. Didn't nobody have no problem with her. She likes to call people names, which we all do. You know, because that's what people will say. Well, you said this name and you said that name. I think the difference with Nicole is that Nicole will say a name, like she made the joke about the green sweater and she's called me green sweater. And we've even had a phone conversation where she explained that, you know, I'll see somebody and they'll look like a teddy bear and I'll be like, you know, I just call him Mr. Teddy Bear. But the thing is this. I said I would like to be called by what I told you what I like to be called, my name. Any other name, I don't want to be called that. So when you continue to call me that, now it's up. And
it's disrespectful now. Like you're blatantly
disrespectful. So this is what people get confused, right? Because now that you're being disrespectful, because I pulled you to the side and I asked you, let's not do that. I don't like all that. I'm not fly. I don't like all that you're doing that, because I'm not doing that to you. And I don't need no camera time from you. Just don't mention me. Just say who, just be like, just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even what Jayla said, how she said to her in Palm Springs, because Nicole said, well, it's not like I called you a bitch. It's not like I said this. And Jayla said, how about you say my name with nothing at all, period. Just don't say my name. Gotcha. So when you continue to say my name, because people get up and say, well, what did she say? It's not so much about what she said, because I'm grown. If she didn't like my outfit, I don't care about that. I felt like I was coming to your house and I thought it was, you know, I'm glad you came or whatever. You didn't like my outfit. You don't feel like I'm fly. I don't care about any of that, because like I said, that don't stop me from doing what I need to do to handle my business. So that's cool. You don't have to like it. But when you're going around and on platforms and on live and you're continuing this disrespect, then now I'm finna say something disrespectful. But then the problem is Nicole will go, oh my God, you tweeting about me? And it's like all this shit you said, like me and King Payne to go on his YouTube and say something he feel like he don't like something I said, and I'll respond to that. And me and King Payne to go out to eat and have a good merry old time. But Nicole, we can't do that, because Nicole, now she don't like you. She not your friend and she ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I think last season the OGs have come to a realization that at the end of the day, we need to not let shit escalate, because we kind of like coworkers. So everybody's been in a situation where you ain't like your coworker and you probably had to send them a couple of professional emails cussing their ass the fuck out about the bullshit you ain't like that they did. But you not finna throw a drink at your coworker because you might get fired. Even though we might not get fired or whatever, the point is we don't need to operate like that. It don't need to get to that level. It's not that serious. We could just use our words. We could just say what we got to say. And after we say what we got to say, let's move on to something else. Like I have told Nicole to her face about some of this stuff, like that you'll see on the season. Like I get it. You feel a way about this, but the audience wants us to move on. So if you want to argue with Jayla, like make up with Jayla and then argue about something new. Can we get something new upset about? If you want to have drama, that's fine. We're not saying you not to have drama. We're not saying that we don't argue. I'm not saying that I might not argue, but let it be about something organic that makes sense. That's like, oh, I see why you said that. Oh, I see why you're reading her about her car. Oh, I see why you're so concerned with her surgery that you investigated on what date it was supposed to be. And you went on her Instagram to see if her car was in the background, because if her car was in the background, it wasn't in Miami, but you don't even know this person and you don't care.
You are rapping to me right now. You are rapping.
Because I don't understand how people don't get how this don't make no sense. If you don't, Aaron, if you don't know somebody and you're having a soiree and somebody whom you don't even know doesn't come, and you have a conversation with them on Instagram and they like, oh, I couldn't make it, I had to have surgery, blah, blah, blah. You like, oh, okay, no problem. Catch you next time. The next time you see them, and you've been talking mad shit about them, and then you see them and you're when we ask you why you're so elevated in your response to them and you have so much vitriol, you're saying it's because She lied about having surgery. But this is someone whom you don't know. So the thing about it is that the bitch didn't owe you an explanation about shit because she don't even fucking know you. So the fact that she even gave you an explanation was a courtesy. So just take it for what it is. You don't even know her. So and let's move on. Why are you dragging this on? Does that make sense? Or
that
does it
really
make sense?
No, it makes total sense. It just I feel do you feel like I don't know what it is, but maybe she had a preconceived notion of how she was going to show up.
She did. She told Andre at her party, she said, you know, I watched last season and I thought we was going to get into it. And then I thought I was going to have to cuss you out. And Andre said, well, you know, I cussed back. Like that was the exchange. So she did say that. I think that that's whack because that's another form of, you know, how like if we hanging out and then it's somebody else that's coming into the friend group. Now you can listen to my opinion on them, right? I'm telling you, oh, they whack, oh, she whack, she fake, da 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 da. But come to your own conclusion about them on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come to them like you already know what it's gonna be. Because like I just said, that was what like I just said, when I was 2, I used to shit in diapers. There's a lot of shit I used to do, but get to know me today to know who I am today and then maneuver from there. Because then if you have a problem, then maybe it'll be a little bit more organic and we can understand where you're coming from. Because like we keep saying in every live and every interview, we don't have a problem with Nicole. God bless Nicole. I wish her much success.
Most definitely. So do you believe Jayla was genuine in extending an olive branch to Nicole?
I think Jayla was genuine in extending an olive branch to Nicole. Prior to meeting Nicole, like I said about Jayla already, she said positive things about her. And if Jayla didn't like Nicole, she would have said that. I would have heard that. I would have had that. I would have gotten that vibe from her. And I never got that from her. Jayla is especially what I would say, and was something that she said when on her live on the Chasing Reality. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you go watch Jayla's live. She talked about how like she was in me and Andre's room most of the time. So we got to spend a lot of time. We had a lot of, you know, heartfelt conversations. It was tears and all type of stuff like that when it comes to Jayla. So I got to learn about her. And I just feel like she's a sweet girl. And she had no reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Jayla is perfect and she's an angel. But what I'm saying is she didn't have no reason to have no issue with Nicole. She had no reason. She had no reason. She was here last season. Nicole's the new person. Why does she need to have an issue with Nicole?
Yeah, period. I
What?
really respect that. Yeah. What advice would you have given Nicole as a newbie coming on to this?
Well, it's the same advice that me and Andre have given to her. Like everything that's kind of happening and people are saying is things that we told her was going to happen because you are continuing to drag on things and there's nothing there and we don't know why you keep continuing to do that. Even when we were in San Diego, right? And I popped up. When I popped up, she didn't even know I was coming, but it's a coincidence. That was not planned that this lady was talking about me when I was pulling up. Now, here's the thing. Why is she talking about me? Because I didn't wear a color to her party. At this point, it's February. If we having a Friendsgiving, that's in November. So you telling me that it makes sense to the audience that she's still talking about this randomly and I just happen to pop up. So it's just the advice that I would give to her is just what I would say to Nicole is, Nicole, it's okay to be cool. You could just be yourself. If you are who you are and you that bitch, then you don't need to explain it to nobody because I feel like everything that you project and you say, I feel that about myself, but I don't need to say it. I don't need to say that. I don't need to keep expressing what I got, what I don't have, what I got going on because it is what it is. If it's the truth, it doesn't need to be consistently said. Just be you and be cool. And we want to embrace you into the group. It's no need for the unnecessary cattiness towards us because we don't know you. Now what gets confused is you'll see me throw shade at Andre. That's my good Judy. Don't worry about that. He not mad about it. That's my good Judy. But when you don't know somebody, it's like get to know me first. And then now, once you've taken the time to get to know me, now if you want to throw in a shady nickname, maybe I'll be receptive to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, hopefully she can grasp that, that knowledge, hopefully.
I hope so.
But
It would be wonderful if we could just go somewhere and just all just have a genuine good time and actually get to know each other without all of this. Like, I'm the queen. I pay for everything. If it wasn't for me, you bitches would have been living on the curb and starving to death. Let me see what I paid for. Especially when that's not even what happened. It just be like it be so much with her that it be too much with her.
Very unnecessary.
It'd be like what it's unnecessary and it's not true. That's what really be crazy. It'd be like that's not what happened. Stop it.
Got you. But we're gonna pray for Miss, Miss Red Carpet. We're gonna pray for her. Yes. Anyway, let's keep it going. What was your reaction when King Payne went low with Hershey liqueur on the after show with Jayla?
Let me tell you something. I was actually listening to it because, of course, I'm on the phone with Andre and we watching, we obviously want to support our girl Jayla. So we make sure, I'm in the middle of getting people orders together for Royal Flyness, but I'm listening to Jayla like, yes, sis, go in. So all of a sudden, King Payne get up there and I'm like, yes, King Payne, yes. Because, I live for King Payne. That's my good sis. Mm-hmm. We go back and forth, but that's I love King Payne. Over here, we love King Payne. I don't know how she feels, but
every day she feels something different.
Yeah, but how I am is like, however somebody is, it's not going to change. Like whatever Nicole says, it's not going to change. It's not going to make me feel like I hate her or I have something against her. She can say whatever she wants to say, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But when King Payne got on that live last night, and it wasn't just the shit that he was saying, he was like, bitch. And I was like, what is going on? What happened? And then it's funny too, because King Payne has famously said, like behind the scenes kind of thing, like he don't be calling him Michael, right? Don't be calling him Michael. So when he said on the live, you about to make Michael come out, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then Hershey got up there and it got crazy. But I don't know. They always they always be having something going on, those two. But you know what? One thing I will say outside of it being so shocking is that it was organic. And that's what I mean. I'm not saying that we're not going to argue or we're not going to fight or we don't fight or argue or cuss each other out. But let it be about, I'm mad. What are you mad about? I'm mad about this because he came to my party and then he got on there and he was throwing shade. And that's fucked up because that's my brand. I threw this whole party in this comedy. It's already hard out here for a pimp. And she going to try to shit on me in front of all the viewers. So it makes sense why, he's saying that he's upset. So hopefully they get past it. But I'm glad to see some drama that is genuine and organic, like Whole Foods. Okay.
First of all, I am excited for this reunion because Hershey wrote on my thing in my chat. He was like, "Listen, if they think his supporters hate me now, don't like me now, they're gonna hate me come the reunion." And I was like, "Ooh."
But this be the thing. This is what I want to say real quick. Pause. This be the thing. The thing be with this situation is when somebody coming at you, because let's be clear. King Payne said, you living in your living room with your baby. Like King Payne unloaded the clip with it verbally. Let's be clear. So what happens is if Hershey comes up there saying crazy shit, maybe he dealing with substance abuse, maybe he's having this going on, maybe this crazy that's going on. Then it becomes, oh, you offended people. But it's kind of becomes not fair because he get to light me up in all of my business. And when you going back and forth with somebody, it does become hard to not realize, we are in front of an audience. You don't want to offend anybody. But this bitch is really offending me. And I want to just get her ass. So I hope that Hershey, keeps all of that in mind when he's with whatever he plans on bringing to the reunion.
Baby, I'm just here for the mess.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of mess. I don't even know how we're gonna get into the door at this point, to be honest.
No shame, because it has gone. It has done its job.
We won't be able to get into it. It's gonna be in the parking lot.
Shout out to the girls. All right. Well, my next question would have been, well, do you think they could repair it like someday? And what will it take for them to repair it?
Do I think Hershey and King Payne can repair it?
Yeah.
I think that they'll repair it. I think that, you know, unlike some of the group members, I think most of the OGs understand that and that's why, like, me and King Payne have argued, was arguing, you know, back and forth. And he was upset because I said something about his brand. I said the King's Custard on like the first episode. I forgot I said it. He was upset, so he went about that. We argued about it, but we moved past it. So I do think that they'll get past it. King Payne gonna say some crazy shit. Hershey gonna say some even crazier shit. But I think that they'll get past it. Now, once they get past it, will they be back here? Probably.
Gotcha. So let's get back to the whole thing with Nicole and Jayla. I just wanted to touch on this one thing.
Okay.
How do you feel about the viewers seeing that you and Andre put gasoline on the flames, like that?
The only person who would say that would be, it's only a couple of people I know that would be able to say that, and that would be Ray Charles, maybe Stevie Wonder. Helen Keller might say that, but anybody that is not suffering from a hearing impediment or vision, issues, I don't see how they could say that. That lady, even if we take away the Dollar Tree comment, even if we take that away, that never happened. What about her going up to King Payne saying that she was out the group? What about that? What about when she said to Jayla that she did say the Dollar Tree comment and she said your old ass car and then called her a prostitute? And what about the fact that let's be clear, when we was in San Diego and we were talking about who's all coming to the Palm Springs, and we said, oh, of course we're going to invite our good sis Jayla. Nicole, instead of sitting there and sipping her wine, she was like, who? Now, this is someone you just invited to your house that you just told us that you was upset because she lied about having surgery to not come to your party. So mentioning her name and you saying who is you throwing shade. Am I correct or is that incorrect?
That's correct.
So with all that being said, that have nothing to do with what we said. She's saying that to deflect the fact that her and Jayla is into it because of her. That's why. Even if you take away what me and Andre allegedly said, it's still all this list of shit that she said and all this shade that she threw, and she don't even know the girl. How can you sit there and watch this and believe that? I don't. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's like putting shit on top of an ice cream. It don't belong there. But
Nicole, she's real. One thing I will give Nicole is she's slick. Well, she's slick. She's very slick. But the thing why, and I'll tell you this, Nicole is not going to get along with certain people because she's slick, but some people is slicker. So it's like that. So it's like you look at her and you're like, that's cute, but nah, and that ain't gonna work for me. I get why they would think that works. But I know that doesn't work. And I'm not going to argue with you about it because it doesn't even make sense. You've been gunning for this lady since day one. You said you don't like the girls and all that. So you've been gunning for this lady and having an issue with her. If y'all have an issue, it's because of her. She's not mad because of what Andre told her. She heard you say on the phone about the whole Dollar Tree thing, that, oh, she in a Dollar Tree. And then to me, when people try to not acknowledge, especially her friends, is like, Jayla was in 7-Eleven, right? Fine. But I don't give a fuck. You looking and seeing that somebody's FaceTime and you like, she in a Dollar Tree and it's somebody you don't even know. You was trying to be funny. I don't care. No, you don't have to agree.
Because in my opinion, I wouldn't be so wrapped up in somebody's phone and looking like this girl is lying. She's in a Dollar Tree. I don't care that much. Like if that was me, I wouldn't be caring what the fuck. Unless you see her in person. Unless
your intentions were to be funny and be like, oh, well, unless it was like, Because if it's somebody I didn't really like anyway, I was gonna say something to be funny, like I don't even like her, no way. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it because I don't even like her. Fuck her.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like it
because
came
I would have
from.
asked her. I would have like if I did think that, I'll wait till y'all off the phone and like it looks like she's in Jolly Tree. Not trying to be shady, but then I ask her when I see her. I will ask her. I'll pull her to the side. Come here, girl. Come here. Let me ask you. Listen, I know we don't know each other, but was you really like at the? You could be real if you want to, because you know everybody got questions. You know,
but but number one, that's not how she approached it. Number two, at the end of the day, it's kind of none of her business. And number three, it's like, here's the thing. Even if you at the Dollar Tree, what people are also not, for some reason, not including in their minds is like, it's real out here. If I live out and wherever I live and it's really just me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm having surgery, I don't have nobody to come bring me no water. I don't have nobody. So if I needed something from the store, even though I just had surgery, if I don't get it, it's not going to get got. So I got to get up and go to the Dollar Tree. So, but it's not for you to pass judgment on me, on my situation, and try to,
or be too invested in
like I feel like that's
know.
so rude to me. And I again, I could be wrong, but I feel like that's rude. If somebody did me, I would have felt like, you mad rude. I don't even, and it's like, I don't even know you. So you can't say you concerned because you don't know me.
Yeah, you know.
And you mad about because I didn't come to a party. At this point, it's a whole nother season. It's not even winter no more at this point. It's not even holiday season anymore. And if so many people were there in and out of the color nude. So I mean, it sounds like she should have just had a good time.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree.
She doesn't seem happy with the party. Like, I thought the party was nice. Jesus.
So, let's get on to the fact of this. Where's that motherfucking question? Was it really last minute? Or was it you're gonna be happy with whatever I put on in regards to Nicole's Friendsgiving with the whole green sweater situation? Was it really last minute?
With the whole green sweater situation, Nicole, first and foremost, during this time, it's just the fact that it's the holiday season, right? And I got to deal with Fly King. I was getting ready. I did a show in Miami for Miami Pride, so I'm gearing up for that. I had a battle that I was preparing for at the time when I battled Lady Flames. Watch FLYKINGI versus Lady Flames that came out. Okay, I was preparing for that battle. It's the holiday season. I got Royal Flyness. I'm shooting my holiday campaign, and I had been filming since July. The new girl, just started filming in November. Okay, so I got all of this stuff going on. So I'm saying to myself, as an OG cast member, it would be a good olive branch just to show up, because the more people who are already on the show up to your event as a newcomer, that's the more camera time and more love you're gonna get. Does everybody understand where I'm coming from with that? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I looked at it, I found out about it and got the official flyer literally like less than 48 hours before the event. She lives like about an hour and a half away from me. And of course, it was something like 6 o'clock. So it's rush hour traffic, all of that to consider, along with everything I have going on. So it wasn't to be disrespectful. I happened to, that Landon sweater, I actually had the store in South Coast Plaza in Orange County. Shout out to Lynn at the South Coast Plaza, L'Envant. She had actually put it to the side for me because I was a very popular sweater collaboration with Art Gallery, which this was in November. Now Art Gallery is everywhere. Everyone is wearing it. It's the hottest new thing. So at the time I was already up on it because, and another thing, side note, like I know a lot of people, a lot of stylists that style Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj, and like I can call them on the phone and we go shopping. So when people say they don't like stuff, it's like when I wear it, they was like, yeah. So if you didn't like it, I'm good with that. So I happen to have that sweater. And then I have, I know somebody who works at Chic, is it? Chic, the shoe store. So he held my Jordans, my taxi Jordans, which also sold out that day that came out, right? So I just happened to have this outfit. It was new. So I was just like, I'm just going to throw this on and go. I don't have anything brown and I'm barely going to make it. I only got a couple of hours. I got to get down there. So it was really like, and I just looked at it like, oh, I'm being nice by even going as a cast member. Not saying that, because I think she would take it as, well, you're not doing me no favor. And it was like, I just looked at it as being nice. Can you see what I'm saying? As a previous cast member, it's kind of like if I come onto the Housewives and, you know, Marlo shows up to my party and I'm new this season, you know what I'm saying? That's helpful for me that Marlo came, because it's like, hey, Marlo. So of course they're gonna play it.
It's like you wasn't trying to be disrespectful. You was just like, I'm showing up. This is what I have. So just take me as I am. I don't mean to be disrespecting you by not showing up in the nude, but you know, I'm here.
I'm here. It wasn't.
I'm getting to know you.
In addition to the fact, like I said earlier, there were other people there that did not have on nude. That she has also. We've talked about that. Now, my issue isn't she when you watch the show, she addressed me about not having on the nude. I took it 100% on the chin. People have seen me when I am upset or if I decide that I want to be disrespectful, I can do that. I didn't do that. I laughed at whatever she said. I ate it. She did live. She did green screens. I ate it. When it became an issue with the whole green screen sweater, is when it started getting into the territory of he can't dress. He calls himself the Fly King. How can he call himself the Fly King? Not based on what I seen, because I don't give a fuck. You got to be an idiot to sit there and tell me that I'm not supposed to, that if you was me, you wouldn't be like, hold up. What she mean by all of that? You don't like that I wore the color to your thing, but don't act like I didn't have on no long Vaughn and the new Jordans that just got sold out that day. That don't mean that that's the best outfit in the world or I'm the most stylish person ever, but don't make it seem like I'm this bum ass nigga that came to your party in the wrong color and how can I call myself fly? Like that was when we won't have a problem. So I pulled her to the side at Jeremy house and was like, look, because then, wait, pause. Then, to be clear, then even if we don't mention the green sweater, when we get to Poetic House and I had on my purple sequins pants, she has something wrong with that. Then they was talking and gathered around about that. At this point on the show, you haven't seen me say anything about this lady.
Yeah,
Nothing about this lady. Nothing. So then after the purple pants, I see her at Jeremy house. She bring up the green sweater again at Jeremy house. So I'm like, and this is after she brought it up at San Diego. So it's not like people trying to make it seem like trying to gaslight me about it. Like how many times, like I said earlier, how many times do she got to say some shit before I get to be like, she's trying it? You know, what's the number? So even when we got to Poetic House, after that, I pull her to the side in Jeremy bathroom. What's the problem? I wasn't being disrespectful. Can we not do the like he's not fly and all that? Like I came at her just like that. Can we not do the like the he's not fly, all that and all? I feel like, and I told her, I feel like you taking it to a level, and I haven't said anything. So the fact that you're even saying anything is already crazy. The fact that you saying my name and egg and cheese is crazy, because you shouldn't be saying my name with anything, let alone all this he not fly. Well, I'm just saying what I saw, and it's like.
You can say with what you saw, but you're being nasty with it.
You being nice, nasty, but I don't do the nice, nasty, because other people will be fooled because it's covered, because it's veiled and nice, but I'm not fooled by that. I'm gonna come take your veil off. Nah, cut all that shit out. And then since she continued, now I say what I want to say. I get on Twitter if I want to throw shade and I want to be like, no, I didn't say that. That's what I'm gonna do, because that's what you do. So that's what I'm gonna do, because you want to continue to do that. But let's be for the record, I didn't have no problem with Nicole, and I let her. She has scene after scene after scene coming for me, and I ate it, and now I'm full. I'm full. So you can't say I didn't eat it, or I didn't give her a chance, or I didn't try to say, oh, give her the benefit of the doubt, pull her to the side. I did all of that, and she still continued. So it's on her. It's not on me.
Mm-hmm. All right, I fucks with it. I totally understand that. And you are within your right to read and take a bitch down. So do that, especially somebody that's fake. Okay. Watching it back at Jeremy's party, do you feel like Hershey should have stayed out of it and just be neutral?
Hershey should have stayed out of the situation with Andre and King Payne. I think that what is a thing when it comes to this show, because we are cast members, so we have our perspective, and at times people watch the show and you know, it is what it is, but people don't put themselves in our perspective. With all that being said, here's what I have to say. When King Payne did what he did, he got together with the majority of the cast to purchase this LLC. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I think what Hershey was doing was, you ganged up on Andre. So the least that I can do is be honest and say that shit you did was not cool, because it wasn't. Because it wasn't.
It wasn't.
So that's all that is. It's kind of like, it's more like, you could say it was none of his business, he shouldn't have got in it. But if you in the friend group and you see some of your friends is jumping a friend and you know that shit is wrong, you just gonna stand there. You're not gonna say nothing. You gonna enable the shit. You're not gonna say nothing, regardless of what people gonna say about you and how you jumping in it. You know that shit is not right. You should speak on what's right. Fuck what everybody gotta say, because you know that shit is not right. So,
because no shit, attack me. Don't attack my business.
Right. Don't like, because that's like, oh my God. Can we stop doing that across the board, attacking each other business? Yeah. Can we stop doing that? Oh, his name is Fly King. No, he not. He ain't. Like, what is that about? Like, cut that out. Like, can we stop doing that? Yeah. Stop coming for nobody. And it was just kind of like how, you know how Nicole says, oh, I'm just saying what I see. It's kind of like, well, I can look at her and say a lot of things that I won't say because it's not nice, right? So,
but like her curls were
like, you a hairstylist, and half the time it's a Jerry curl. I haven't said that.
It's giving very much Jerry curl.
But then, but see, when I say that, then I'm wrong, and now you're what you say, and it's like, no, we could go back and forth, but I don't want to go back and forth. So how about you just stop talking about me, and I'll stop talking about you, because we can go back and forth. You were made by the same God as me. So you got imperfections just like me.
Yeah. It's like, you know, what's so crazy is that J-Lo was talking about her body, and then the next episode, she's in a body shaper.
You said, who said that?
It's so crazy. I just realized that J-Lo, the previous episode, was talking about her body. And then when Nicole comes up to the, to the Palm Springs, she's in a body shaper.
I don't think that was a body shaper. Well, first of all, let me say this.
Of course, it's still accentuating.
Let me say this. Hold on. She was literally post-op, because she was in, let me say this, she was in me and Andre's room, and she was coming in me and Andre's room in panties and pasties on. So we got to see everything, right? So she was post-op. So I think it was, is it called a faux pas? It's called a something, but it was whatever the surgery, it was to hold everything together. She had to have that on. It wasn't like to hold it together. When she took it off, that body was still body, and I seen it. I seen her like pasties, like she had on nothing but nipples. The titties is sitting up. That body is together. Let me just say that she was walking around our room the whole time in Palm Springs. You can ask Andre. That body was bodying. But when you get your surgery, you got to wear that low. You got to wear something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the body without it, it still was bodying.
Her. Love that. All right. Cool. Do you believe King is just highly sensitive and lacks accountability?
King Payne?
Yeah. Do you believe he is highly sensitive and lacks accountability?
I think King Payne, he has his. I'm sorry. I'm just checking my laptop battery. Make sure we're good. He has his platform. So when you coming at him on the platform, I think he feels like, oh my God, I got to do something, or they're going to say that you got King Payne or whatever. So instead of him, I feel like sometimes his responses are not equal to what happened, if that makes sense. So somebody will do something and he'll buy your LLC. And it's like, we get that you saying that you didn't like what Andre said, but even with that still don't justify what you did. Like, you took it too far. He stole a loaf of bread and you gave him the death penalty. Like, maybe you give him a misdemeanor ticket, but you gave him you threw the book at him. So it's like, I feel like that's how he is. You say a little thing and he kind of take it to the next level because he has this platform. So he feels like he has to show you something, type of thing. I think that's what it is, because, and he might not like this, but behind the camera, King Pain is a I don't want to say a different person, but he's a really sweet person. He's really not. A lot of stuff I see him do online, I'm shocked at who I know, who I've seen outside the camera at times. So I think it's, more so his persona. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because he pay his bills off his persona, so he doing whatever he feel he need to do, and I'm totally fine with that. But I think it's more so that I don't think that that's him as a person.
I think people even said that towards me, so I kind of understand. Like, when people meet me, they think that I'm going to be this wild person who have this disrespectful mouth, or who just says what he says, and I can, but I don't show up like that. Like, I give everybody respect, and I'm very nice and I'm very genuine. So I can definitely understand where, as a content creator, and you're honest and you supposed to be on and you supposed to give it.
You on here reading everybody. You can't allow somebody to be trying to read you, so you're gonna do all the most. But if it wasn't no cameras, he wouldn't have gave all of that. He's a really sweet person.
Okay.
Very funny. I love King Pain.
Period. Shout out to King Pain. Shout out to the King Pain.
The Lituation. I'm gonna be on there, so
yes, I can't wait to watch it. Were you scared for Jeremy when Rich Bomb pressed him?
Was I scared for Jeremy when Rich Bomb pressed him?
Yes. Was you scared to, like, because I was like,
I don't know if I was scared for Jeremy. It was no point. It was nobody. It's nobody that is, I believe on the cast that, anybody should be scared of. But in regards to that situation, I was actually surprised to see Jeremy kind of like, because we was in Jeremy's house. So I assumed Jeremy was going to go on 10, because you're not going to be in my house. Like, I don't give a fuck what I said. We in my house. I don't give a fuck. Like, we in my house. So I thought he was going to take that approach. And, he took the more mature approach, which is, commendable. So I was just, at least glad he was able to, de-escalate it or whatever. But I don't know if he was scared, but I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared for him. I mean, there was no security there. So I don't understand the getting in anybody's face if you're not going to do anything, and you can do something, because it's not like it's security. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not finna get in your face unless I'm really about to smack you, because then it's like, for what? Like, what's the reason? Like, for what? I'm gonna get in your face, then go home? Like, why? Like, and not to say anything about how anybody handled the situation. That's how they felt they needed to handle their situation, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, for me, it doesn't make sense for me. But, it made sense for them, and that's what they did.
Okay, all right. What are your opinions of the newbies so far? Nicole, Poetic, and Rich Bomb.
Rich Bomb. I actually made a statement about Rich Bomb on one of the episodes. I had said, like, poor grenade or something like that. I had said when I had first met him or whatever at Jeremy's house. I had told him that I had made that joke because he got into it with King Pain and he got into it with Jeremy. He was like, anybody that got something to say. So I was like, I'm gonna just tell him, like, I know I had said that as, like, a kiki, and that's what I said. So I told him I said it. From there, I would see him and, we was cool or whatever. He ended up following me on Instagram. You'll see some more scenes with him and I together. And he ended up telling me, where he was from and, a little bit of his background. And and just like I was to say about King Pain, Rich Bomb seems like such a sweetheart. So it's unfortunate that, he's being portrayed like how he is, because what I get is a sweetie pie. That's when people were like, were you guys scared? And scared is like a Rich Bomb. Like, he's so sweet. Like, I don't know, what all of the, all of this, anger and stuff, comes from or is about. You would have to ask him. So I like Rich Bomb. I think he's sweet. He saw that I said the joke about him and he unfollowed me. I have not spoken to him since then, so I don't know, how he feels about me or where he's at it with it. But I have no problems with Rich Bomb. Rich Bomb is cool. Nicole, I already kind of talked about her. I have no problems with Nicole. If I see Nicole, I'm be like, hey girl, I don't have a problem with her. I think with people, when it comes to me, people don't understand. Like, if you say something crazy about me, I'm gonna say something crazy about you, but I've moved on after I said it. You said what you said. I said what I said, and we good. We said what we said, and we moving on. We see each other, so I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm not angry. Blessings to her and her shop. Make sure y'all go buy her bonnets, because when y'all be going, y'all be waking up, your hair be all frizzy. So make sure you go buy her little silk bonnets. Go over there to Nicole Ray Red Carpet Hair Bonnets. Y'all go do that. Poetic, love Poetic. I hang out with Poetic outside of the show. I love Poetic. I actually, when I was at Andre's party, he came up to me and he was like, oh, I think we're following each other. So from there, and then him and Andre are, really good friends, and me and Andre are really good friends. So of course I love Poetic. So that's how I feel about the newbies. I think that, some of them have a lot of questionable behavior overall, and hopefully we'll work in a better place with that as we watch the season go on. But personally, I'm cool with everyone.
Why did both of your good Judys block you?
What good Judy blocked me?
Oh, from last season. You said that one of them blocked you.
Who?
I think it was Fran or
Fran blocked me, but Fran blocked everybody.
Oh, okay.
He blocked everybody because when we watched the show when we was at Andre's party, I had talked to Jeremy, and Jeremy was like, he think Fran blocked him. Hershey said that Fran blocked, him too. So Fran had blocked everybody, but since then he has unblocked us, because we went back and looked, and he's unblocked us. We've actually talked all the time, some of us in the cast, about like maybe hanging out with Fran, not necessarily, maybe not even on the show, but Fran was cool. And like, another thing that people like also don't understand is like, you guys see us on the show, but believe it or not, like, if one person is just going to dinner, like maybe even after this interview, I'll get a call from Poetic, and it's like, oh, we going downtown to eat here. And then like Nicole will be there, Rich will be there, King Payne done pulled up, Andre's coming. And it's like, we're not filming, but it'd be moments like that, that's still moments that happen, and arguments that may or may not happen, that contribute to, other things that happen that you get to see on the show. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I heard about an altercation, well, almost altercation between two of the girls, and somebody talked about somebody's mama. So
it was a lot it was a lot that goes on behind the scenes. It was a lot. I heard the girls were getting really crazy. May have gotten kicked out of the restaurant. But that's just word on the street. Don't know that to be true. Huh?
Nothing. But anyway, what is your assessment on William the Baddest?
You know what? At first when she came in and she did the spin, I don't know if y'all seen her, how she came in. Okay, so to us, she came in and was like, yeah, I'm William the baddest bitch. Now, here's the thing. At the we knew she hadn't really been filming, because of course she was on, the Bad Boys Club. So when she came in like that, I think the energy that people felt was, I'm on the Bad Boys Club, who is y'all bitches? So it was like, wait, hold up with her. So when she came in like that, and of course, she's Caucasian, and then she, how her presentation was, it was a little, off-putting, only because, you don't know what her intentions are, who she is as a person. But like, for me personally, I can't speak for anybody else, I was open to get to know her. Of course, I've gone to several Zeus events, and, she was there. You'll see me and her interact on the show, continue to watch Chasing LA. She's a really sweet girl. I like her too. I like her a lot. We actually, we've got to, you'll see, well, you might not see on the show, because it was, when you're filming, there's what's filming, and then, when the camera's cut, we're still talking, like, you still, the conversation still continue. So, she's a real cool girl. I like her a lot. I think she's, she's really dope, and she's really genuine. A thing that I really liked about her specifically is that she's someone who, she's on like a Zeus, but she's kind of like, had conversations with me about like, you know, I know this producer and they're doing this show, so you should go over there and try to, you know, audition. She's done stuff like that. And like even when we were around her and she went on live, and then like she told Andre to go on live and she tagged her, but like, you know, got that, you know, that's when she had her following. I think she got her Instagram had got deleted, but she didn't have to do that. I just seen her do certain things that she didn't really have to do, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that. So, you know, I fuck with her. She's cool.
That's what's up. Okay, so what do you think about William the Baddest calling people on the cast racist because they don't like him because he's milk of magnesia?
Do you mean when did he say that? On the show?
He said that on the chat.
He said that we were racist. I don't think I don't know if he was talking about someone specifically, because I don't want to negate his experience, right? But what I'll say is he couldn't possibly, I know he's not talking about me. I don't know who he's talking about. I don't think it'll be impossible for him to say throughout the entire cast and production that we're racist.
I think it was the people that is not probably giving him a shot. Well, I would say Hershey, Nicole. They say that
I don't believe that Hershey or Nicole are racist. I don't know. Again, I'm not speaking to his experience. Maybe they're having something. Maybe he's taking the Malibu's Most Wanted as a racial comment, but I don't feel like that comment was racial. It might have been rude, out of the way, unnecessary, but I wouldn't say that comment is racist. Similar to like, you'll see white people say things like, someone called me a cracker or someone called me a honky. Those things are not nice. They're horrible things, and I don't think it's okay for people to call white people those names at all. But those are not racist terms. Like someone calling a white person trailer park, that's a classist term. That's not racist. It's not the same thing. None of that anybody has said about William on the show would hold the same weight as the N-word with the hard ER. So that's not, racism is up here and you might be up here. Not saying that people aren't trying you, but it's not, I don't think it's given that. I don't think.
Do you think William has gotten a fair chance? And do you think he fits in the groove? That's a two-parter, you know.
In the group overall?
Yeah, in the group overall. Do you think William got a fair chance to be in the group?
I don't think everyone has given him a fair chance. Of course not. But I mean, of course, if you would say like Nicole, but Nicole hasn't given like most of us a fair chance, but you know, that's neither here nor there. William, I do think that, you know, he fits within the group. I think I can see how viewers would feel that way at this point, but as I said earlier, you have to continue to watch the show, and then, you know, we have there will be, what I will say is that there will be more moments where the group will get to interact with William and kind of get to pick his brain about some of these things he has to say, you know, some of the things that he's are saying. We do have that conversation. You guys can look forward to us talking about that, but of course I can't. You know, and Dario probably ready to text me right now to shut the fuck
up. All right. Let's get on to the fact of you and Andre. Let's get on to this friendship, okay?
Ooh,
you and Andre have been thick as thieves for 2 seasons so far.
So far. Don't do that.
So far, because anything can happen, honey. Just chasing LA, okay? But what is it about Andre that you both have bonded so well?
You know what? The first scene I shot on the show was we was at a showroom, and that's when one where Fran was saying that my outfit was vintage. That same scene. Andre had came out. I was standing there with production had just got there. Andre had came out. At this point, I hadn't seen nobody from the cast. I seen Andre before Andre came out, the production told me his Instagram at that moment, and I looked and I was like, oh, you know, he'd been on TV, he was on like a style competition. He was on Claudia Jordan's show. He seemed to be, moving and shaking. I'm like, oh, okay, so they done casted some, a couple of girls. Cool. So she came out. She was already familiar with who I was, and she was like, "Hi, da 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 da," and she was just so cool, and we just like immediately like hit it off from there. Like after we filmed, we went out to eat, and just since then we exchanged numbers. And like, I'm actually I'm actually a person that's not very like, I don't want to say open to like friendship. Like we could be, and let me be clear, because people get that confused. Like we could be cool, but that don't mean we friends. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like me answering the phone, like caring about what you got going on, and being like, because a friend is strong. A friend is when you have a problem, it's my problem. That's why it'd be weird sometimes on these spaces when it's like when you jumping in, but it's kind of like when somebody is your friend, you don't play about your friend and you don't give a fuck. Just like your cousin, that's my cousin. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, you don't need to I don't care. That's my cousin. I don't give a fuck because I don't play about my cousin at the end of the day. So we just kind of really just hit it off. Like it's so much about our opinions about stuff, our outlook on life. And we relate to both being entrepreneurs and understanding that part of the industry. We get invited to like events, industry events and stuff like that, so it's cool to be able to go to share these spaces and those spaces with him, and to have a best friend, because it's like having a best friend at work. So love Andre.
Period. So about this friend word, that is like literally like has been thrown out very loosely.
It does get thrown out.
It is get thrown out very loosely, and I just. But one could say, and people have noticed, and I'm gonna ask you this question, so be ready.
I'm ready for.
Are you really friends with Jayla? Because the viewers sense fake vibes whenever y'all talk. So whenever y'all talk on camera, it's giving a little hints of shade. So are you really friends with Jayla?
Yes, I'm friends with Jayla. Me and Jayla, I was with Jayla on her birthday. We had an amazing time. Like I said, like we are me and Jayla like friends like me and Andre? No. But do I like Jayla? Do I live for Jayla? Do I support Jayla and what she has going on? And do I mean that? Yes, I live for Jayla. Like the whole time, like I said, she was in our room. We were talking. We talked about our personal stories growing up and this, that, and this. Like I like Jayla a lot. I fuck with Jayla, and it's not fake vibes. I mean, I might say chasing Tropicana, but I think people also got to understand like. When I was on the show, I made jokes about the LLC throughout the show about Andre. I throw shade at Andre. Me and Andre talk shit all the time, like about each other and say little funny shit, but it's just a joke. That's what it is. I would never say nothing crazy or out the way or disrespect Jayla. When I was at the end of the day, because here's the thing, let's do this. You could say how you feel about my interaction with Jayla. When we was in the kitchen with Nicole, what did I do? What happened?
You stuck up for her.
Exactly. So, and that's what counts.
Okay, that's what's up. All right. You ate that up. Okay. All right. You eating it up. All right. So, what is your response when people say that you're nothing but Andre's, sidekick or a pet hamster?
I don't know who would say that. Like, I don't know who would say that. Like, the Fly King Eye has a Wikipedia page. Love, my music has been featured on Billboard, Rolling Stone. I have been in. I don't want to be like that, but it's kind of like, my business has been mentioned on Essence Magazine. It's a skincare business that I created. Essence Magazine is not just Essence Magazine. That is the leading brand when you talk about Black people's skin. You talk about Essence Magazine. That who's the leader. When they mentioned me, it was huge for my sales. The site almost crashed. So Billboard, when music, when you talk about battle rap, the biggest league you could be on, URL, Queen of the Ring, I have done that. So to minimize me, I guess if you want to look at it like on Chasing, I'm Andre's sidekick, I'm Andre, that's fine. But if you want to try to ignore and make it seem like you haven't seen me chasing all season, again, we have Helen Kellers who are watching. Stevie Wonder's probably watching too. That's fine.
Period. I like that. You bitch. All right. Let's talk about your business. Royal Flyness.
Yes.
Okay. So, what inspired you to come up with this venture? Like, why? Yeah, let's talk about Royal Flyness.
Okay, so I have always, since I was a kid, been into fragrances. My grandmother, she frequented department stores like Saks and Bloomingdale's and Neiman's, and one thing she would always do when I would go with her is she always be like, "Oh, you can have a cologne, like whatever cologne you want." She always do that. So I would, of course, go and get the little cards, and you spraying the cologne, and you like this one, this no, this one, and then like I would pick out ones as I got older that I would get a lot of reaction from people to where like sometimes even during the holiday season, like people would come up to me. I'm just shopping at the store and somebody be like, which one you think I should get? What you think about this one? So I've always had this knack for fragrances, always been a huge fan of fragrances and a fragrance collector like my whole life. You talk about top notes, middle notes, bottom notes. I can get into the things of the eau de toilettes and all of that. Always. So I've always loved that industry. So I just came up with the idea to I wanted to do like a beard oil because I had this like platform with battle rap. So everyone that gets like popular in battle rap, it becomes like, well, you have to have merch, right? So like people sell t-shirts with their name on it. But I'm like, I don't want to sell something. I want to sell something that if you know me, you'll like it. But if you don't even know who I am, this is still something you'll want to buy. So I was like, I'm going to do a beard oil. It's going to smell amazing. I'm going to do some body butters. And it kind of grew to where we are today. Our first influencer that we use was Bishop Don from Black Ink Crew, Chicago. I flew to Chicago. We did the photo shoot with the female model. This was for my first starting out shoot to be able to have him promoting, this new venture that I'm doing was amazing. So that's where it started from. So we gained a lot of traction from there, and the rest is history.
All right. My next question is, why is skincare so important?
Skincare is so important, and why I created Royal Flyness is because as I look around, especially as a gay man, there's this stigma that Black men, they don't like certain things. Like when I have spoken to investors with my business, I remember famously an investor particularly giving me a lot of spike because I wanted to do body sprays. And they're like, how like Bath and Body Works has body sprays? Because of course, like I said earlier in the conversation, I look around at other businesses and what they do. And because that's just, I feel like smart. Like, so I'm like, what if we do like body sprays and then we can have like little packages. So you get the soap, you get the body spray, you get the body butter, and it's like, bam, right? And they like, oh, men don't wear body sprays. Da, 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 da. So anyways, I end up not even taking the money from the investor because they didn't want to go along with that. And what happened was I released the body sprays and they end up doing so well. And he ended up coming back trying to come in. And I was like, we don't need the money now, love. So thank you. Yeah. So, but I came into it because it's a stigma, especially with Black straight men, that they don't want to have like a Bath and Body Works or a Victoria's Secret store that's just for men. When we go in Bath and Body Works, it's one shelf. It's like, no, we should have something where, because we have women stuff, we love the ladies. So we have like our Empress fragrance or our Ice Princess fragrance, Diamond Princess, Queen Geneva. We have stuff for women, but it's the reverse of Victoria's Secret, where it's a bunch of women stuff and a shelf for men. We got a bunch of men stuff and then a shelf for women. And we also use male influencers, which is something that a lot of other brands weren't really doing. And when I say male influencers, I'm specifically talking about African-American influencers, because I get told this just working with these people that, wow, it's crazy that you're doing this because, my client doesn't really get a whole lot of bookings. And now you're giving him, all of this work. You're doing this photo shoot. It's ending up in Essence magazine. So it's just all been wonderful. And that's where the inspiration came from. Just something for men, and to prove the stigma that straight men, we all know gay men like to have it together and have their eye cream. We already know that. We know that part. But straight men do too. And they love it and they buy it and be like, my wife won't get off of me and all that we get. So I love it.
So, because I did see on when I search in the hashtag Royal Flyness, baby, Fame came up.
Oh, everybody comes up, love.
Fame. Or like it's the OnlyFans girls. Like you have a lot of OnlyFans girls that's promoting it in these beautiful, beautiful men. So my next question, bro. Where are you finding these male models? And how can I get invited to a motherfucking shoot?
Everybody wants to get invited to the Royal Flyness shoot.
I want to get invited.
So we got to put you on the registration list.
Please.
But another thing that I realized was that I have a gift, and I didn't realize it was this gift for not only picking out great fragrances, but for picking out really attractive models. I'm thinking like, because I'll see someone and I know I'll be like, if he do it, I know I'm gonna get like 20,000 views because it's like he's going to set it off. Like I know, like I can pick them out. To the point where like other brands that are way bigger than me have like contacted me. And another way that I've actually started to build, you know, my brand outside of Royal Flyness is doing consulting, model consulting, and fragrance consulting with other businesses. So I just naturally have this knack to just, you know, pick out these models, because it's funny too, because a lot of them are like really hard to get a hold of for some reason, but I'm able to kind of get the, like, if we talk about Pokemon, like I have a lot of even the rare Pokemon, the ones that it'll be a model that is so fine that everybody love, but they don't even do marketing or no advertising for nobody, but they did a Royal Flyness one.
You got so your coochie good.
Yeah. Oh yes, all day. Are you?
Your coochie is good. Okay, all right. So are you looking to hire a grease person?
A grease person?
Yeah, so we can grease up the models with.
I have to hire somebody. I haven't. I usually just kind of be like, what are y'all doing? Can you come and help grease the people? Because they always need greasing. But it's funny because the models just end up asking me to do it, or usually like even Andrea be on set or Andrea do it. But you know, I guess I can hire a grease person. You wanna fill that position?
I mean, I ain't doing shit. I would love to grease up these men, you know.
Okay.
Just hire me to be a grease person, and
I don't want to be having to have no cases now.
I don't think you'll have no cases. I won't go.
Okay, because some of the girls be taking it too far now.
I mean, if I
don't
so
be
happen
doing all
to go
of that
downstairs, you know, downtown, and just you know stroke it a little bit. I mean, you know. We all being respectful. I can be respectful, you know.
Okay. As long as you're being respectful.
So my last and final question. First of all, can my mods can we get a rotation of his Royal Flyness website and his
royalflyness.com.
Royal Flyness and his IG, the IG and the website, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so I could pin both of them. I'm gonna pin both of them. All right. So let's keep it going. What can we expect from FLYKINGI this season? What can we expect?
We can expect more chasing, more, you know, of course, Royal Flyness is like my child, like, so I have to constantly attend to her. We're definitely gonna expect a lot of music this season. You'll get to see. We haven't gotten there yet, but we'll get to the music. Don't worry. We have a lot of music and a lot of, you know, special things that I'll be working on with that. We'll have some more. I don't know if I'm gonna try to get another battle rap situation on the show, but I'll definitely, you know, do have battles coming up and in the works, whether it be on the show or not. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah. And make sure you watch Chasing LA, because the crazy part is, and I'm being so genuine, is if you think it's gotten crazy, it has not. We haven't even gotten to the crazy. We haven't even gotten there yet. We almost there, but we ain't even gotten there. It's the tip of the iceberg. I promise you guys.
Period. Well, first of all, I forgot to ask you this question. This is going to be my last question, but I should have been asked you this. Why should the viewers purchase your product?
Why should the viewers purchase Royal Flyness? Because it has an illustrious scent. All of our scents are handcrafted. They're like special colognes that we handcrafted. I love ambers. I love patchouli. So I mix all of these things together, and it just crafts these levels of cologne that they could sit next to Tom Ford and Nordstrom's, but we haven't gotten there just yet. But we are on the way. They're an emolier for your skin. So we use all natural ingredients. So you don't have to worry about things breaking you out. And you don't have to worry about things like petroleum and stuff that's shiny because it sits on your skin, but you get that stickiness. See, the ingredients that we use, like aloe vera butter and jojoba oil and vitamin E oil, they give your skin a natural gloss, but they absorb into the skin, not sit on top of it. So you should definitely check out Royal Flyness's reviews. If you're a skeptic, you could see the 5-star reviews that even Essence Magazine, the leader in Black skincare, gave us rave reviews about. So you definitely should check us out. I'm sure you'll love something. We have like over 80 products.
Definitely, y'all. I have put all of Royal Flyness in the description below. Go to the website because I went to the website. The website T as fuck. First of all, the website is down. Y'all did that. Your team did that.
Thank you. Oh God,
I'm gonna
thank you so much. That means that really does mean a lot because it goes, obviously a lot of hard work goes into it. So I thank you. Thank you so much.
I will say this. I'm definitely going to purchase me a lip balm because that lip balm, it was calling my name. First of all, I wanted to purchase it before I even had I even got you on. If I ever, wanted you to come on here, I wanted to purchase it so I could just tell you like this is the product. I haven't purchased it yet. I'm definitely going to purchase it because first of all, I want you to know that it's very affordable. It's not giving She by Sheree, She by Sheen,
$200.
It's not giving. It's not giving. Girl, it's a $40 product, and this girl is selling it for like $250. It's not giving that. It's very fair. It's very affordable, and I definitely will purchase. I definitely will purchase.
Yes, actually, the lip balm. Fran loved the lip balm. She even did a couple of stories, and she was like, "This, I take this everywhere." You know what? And I will say this too. When I went to Jeremy's house, and that you guys saw on the show, and he had just moved there at the time. So we had got there, and I got there, and he was like, "Oh, come with me." He grabbed me. He took me in the bathroom, and on the bathroom counter, he had Royal Flyness lip balm, lip scrub, soap, and the body butter. And I was like, oh my God, you really like it. Cause he didn't have nothing else there but my shit up there. And I was like, it got to be something. We got Jeremy Copeland putting it on.
Yeah, like no shade. I was like, the packaging, the packaging, everything. I was like, okay, okay. I'm definitely gonna purchase it because it looks luxurious. It looks refined. It looks Rodale. It's giving
right. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah, it's giving kingdom. It's giving royalty.
It's giving Fifth Ave. It's giving.
Yes, most definitely, honey. Yes,
Thank you.
So, but before we get out of here, and we get into the games, I want to what do I want to do? Do I want to do fan questions first, or do we should get it in the games? Matter of fact, I'm going to end it with the fan questions, so we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
But let's get into some games.
Okay.
I do have games for you.
Okay.
One game we have in particular is sweet and sour. It's sweet and sour. So I'm going to name each cast member of yours. You're going to get one sweet and one sour about them. Okay?
Okay.
So, first one up. I'm going to give you something easy. Andre.
Andre's very, very thoughtful. He'll if he know you got to do something, if he know you need a pencil, you'll forget you need a pencil, but he'll be like, "Oh, I bought a pencil for you." You gotta love Andre for that. He's very thoughtful.
Yes, Zane. The website is in the description below. You can just go and get you your body butter, get your scrub, get your lip balm. The girls, it's affordable. It's not She by Sherette. But okay, the next one is Poetic.
You said I could either name something sweet or sour about them.
No, oh yeah, because you didn't give me sour. What is sour about Andre? I need
What's
one
sour?
Sour. Yes.
What's sour about Andre is when she she has this point where, and it's usually when she's done had a little too many cocktails, where she'll be like, you know what, I'm upset and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. So she get the, I'll say like, I'll tell you this. This is an exclusive. So remember you said about the alleged thing that happened at the alleged restaurant. You know what I'm talking about? So during that altercation, I was of course sitting next to Andre. So Andre looks at me and she's like, move. Because y'all know from watching the show, Andre be ready to leave. She be ready to storm out. Like I kept having to bring her to the bathroom at Jeremy's house to calm her down. She was like, move. And she was like, let me out. I'm ready to go. And I was like, wait, hold on, sis. We about to calm down right now. Move right now. And I was like, when she get to a certain level, she like turned into a whole nother person. But
yes, Poetic.
Poetic, he throws great parties. I've been to a few of his parties. He throws pretty fun parties. He's a very sweet person. He's a very nice person. Love Poetic. Something sour about him. That's kind of a tough one. I don't know if I could say something like, I love his music. I don't know if I could say. I mean, I don't know.
So you don't have one?
I don't have one for Poetic. It's nothing really. I wouldn't say anything sour about him.
Okay. Hershey.
I'm trying to think of the sour one first because we could say sweet stuff about Hershey. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's sour, but I do. I would say not so much this year, but I would say last year. I feel like we really didn't get to really know her, and she didn't really get to express herself last year as amongst the group. Like you guys are going to see like Hershey really expressing herself again. Of course, I can't say anything, but you stay tuned because Hershey is expressing herself a lot more. Even with her saying the situation is standing up for Andre was expressing herself because we knew that's how she felt, but she just never would say it. So I think last year one thing that was sour is for whatever reason she was holding back, but one thing sweet is this season she's not holding back, and I love it.
Period. Let's go with King Payne.
I was gonna say Fly King. I don't know any other king, but King Payne is so funny to me. Like that bitch is hilarious. Like on camera, off camera, that bitch has had me in tears. Like he played too much. Like so many times I've been around King Payne and I was literally like slapping him in the back because my stomach was hurting. Like stop talking. One thing that's sour about him, sometimes he be tripping. Sometimes he be tripping a little bit. And I'll be like, girl, calm down, relax. So that's one thing that's, I would say sour, but.
Okay. Jayla.
I'll start with the sour. She be too paranoid about everything. She always feels like someone's trying to come for her. But one thing I did learn about Jayla, which is I'll make it the sweet thing, is that, Jayla has been through a lot of things. I'm not up here to, tell her story, but from the conversations that we have, she's been through a lot of people doing her really fucked up. So, and I've been through people doing me really fucked up. So I definitely can relate to, being paranoid. Jayla's been, Jayla's from the streets. So she's been through and she has a story to tell, a lifetime original series, let me tell you. So unfortunately, it makes her so paranoid. So any little thing somebody says, she feels like they don't like her or they're trying to come for her. So this thing with Nicole, like of course she didn't want Nicole to have a problem with Nicole because she already is so paranoid that, people are out to get her or have an issue with her or have a problem. Like when you saw on the show and she sat down with Jeremy, remember she had the white bodysuit, not with Jeremy, with Andre, and she had the white bodysuit. And what did she ask Andre? What was they saying about me? What they saying about me? So that's Jayla. So that's why it'd be funny when people be like, why we ran back and said what Nicole said. Because if we're with Nicole and Nicole's talking about Jayla and it's on the show and we don't say nothing, what you think Jayla gonna feel about us?
Yeah, she's gonna rip y'all a new asshole.
So I don't care. So I have to just risk that people feel like I'm running back to tell, but I'm gonna tell because I don't want to have no problem with Jayla because I don't have a problem with her. So if you talking about Jayla, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna tell her because you doing this on the camera. I don't want because I don't want to have nothing to do with that. We just got we told Nicole this. We just got Jayla to calm down. She was throwing drinks, doing all that. We just got her to calm down, and here you go.
Just itch. All right. So who we have? Rich Bomb.
One thing that's sour. I only know a little about Rich Bomb, but he seems to be kind of a little sensitive, kind of in a way that King Pain is, to where somebody say something small, somebody say something that might be level 3 and he at level 10, and it's like, I mean, I could see you, feeling a way about that, but you all in their face. I didn't think it was that serious. The man turned around and said, I'll slew anybody. But when King Pain made that statement, even though he said anybody or y'all, I get that part, but he wasn't thinking about you. You're a new cast member. He wasn't talking about you. He's talking about a situation from last season. So if you wasn't from last season, you shouldn't even be opening up your mouth because he's not talking about you. That happened last season. You were not here. You were not a thought. So hopefully, he's able to calm down a little bit. One thing I will say that's sweet about him is he is a really sweet person. He has been very sweet to me. Very hospitable, someone you could talk to. I didn't get to get that person on at Palm Springs. He was kind of acting a little funny, and I also heard, that I guess he didn't like my purple pants I had on either. So I didn't really know how he felt about me or whatever the case was, but you'll see on the show that we have other moments where, I was like, you know what? Because again, people can say whatever they want to say about you, but I'm going to, give you a chance to show me that or not. I'm not going to come with any preconceived of what I seen last year. Fuck all that. I seen that and I have it in mind, but I'm still going to give you a chance. So giving him a chance, he seems like a very sweet, nice guy.
Yes. Okay. Who we have now?
Jeremy, what's one thing that's sour about him? I wouldn't say it's sour, but a lot. I wish he would have been able to be around more. Like I was so upset he didn't get to come to Palm Springs. I really wanted him, to be there because we don't get a lot of time around Jeremy. We get to see him here and there, but we don't really get that would have been a great to have him there for the whole weekend because we would have got so much Jeremy, in that time period. He definitely called in FaceTime, but it wasn't the same. So hopefully, as the season, because we haven't finished filming. So hopefully, we get, more time and more scenes, with the group with Jeremy. One thing that's sweet about him is that he is also a very sweet person. He's very funny. Every time I'm around him, we always be like knee slapping, laughing. So I love Jeremy.
Okay. William the Baddest.
William the Baddest. One thing that's sour is how she came to Jeremy house with that spin. I didn't like that spin at all. One thing that's sweet about her is that, like I was saying earlier, she's very sweet. She's thoughtful too. She's willing to, like she said, she was giving us the names of different producers and stuff because she's now doing a show on Forrest Bias and she's on Uncle Phil. She's been on Catfish a couple of times. So within the entertainment industry, she knows a lot of, producers. So she can tell you, oh, they're looking for this type of thing. Would you, want to audition for that? Or let me know if, you want to talk to somebody or pitch something or you put it together and I'll help you out. So she's very thoughtful and she doesn't have to be. So, I fuck with
She's
that.
A team player.
She's a team player. She's a team player. And we are a team.
Got you. And the last person we have is Nicole.
I'm just playing. Let's start with what's sour. what's sour is that I wish she would just, just be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she be tripping, like, or just trying to make something out of nothing. And it's like, okay, la la la. Can we just have a good time with everybody? Like, why do you have to come and be like, well, I'm not like when we go to Palm Springs, it's all of this. Well, I'm not used to staying here. I'm used to staying at the Mosley. And it's like, girl, my passport is stamped out. I done stayed at the Ritz Carlton and this Carlton and that Carlton around the world. But it's not about that. It's about us being in this group, getting to know each other, whether that be in a project, Roach Coach, or at the W. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point of why we're here. So can we just be cool and have a good time and get to know each other? That's why we're here. So in general, stop tripping. One thing about her is that she also throws great events. She's very hospitable. Her events are great. She's, seemingly a well successful hairstylist with her own salon. She just celebrated 5 years, which is incredible through the pandemic. I don't even know how she made it through the pandemic, but God's got her back and she's been out here hustling and grinding, and just understanding that, we're very proud of her and we're happy for her and we would like it for her to stop tripping.
Most definitely. All right. I have another game for you. Then we're going to get to fan questions. Okay? So everybody get your fan questions ready for the Fly King motherfucking eye. Okay? Get your fan questions ready. This is word association. So word association, instead of me saying the cast member's name and you having a word in mind, I'm going to give you a word, and you just think of a cast member that fits that word. Just like, oh, it gets this. Oh, I'm thinking of, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Which cast member fits that word, okay?
Okay.
So that's, a little twist on it. All right. The first word. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. Receipts.
Receipts?
Yeah, receipts. What cast member you think of?
On one hand, Nicole always brings up receipts, but on the other hand, she'll never have them. When she pump fake receipts. She gonna be like, I got the receipts, and we'll be like, we want to see them. Can we see them? Send them over. Here's my email. Make the attachment. And then she'll be like, oh, well, my phone had died and la 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 la. So Nicole like to bring up receipts that she don't have. Or when she has the receipt, she'll show it to you and you'll look at it and you'll look at what's going on and you'll be like, but this receipt is not for this purchase. It's not for this. It's not this. Or if it's this, if it's for that laptop, it's like, yeah, but it's not the same serial number.
It's not from the same year too.
Right. Like
you was $1 short and a couple change short or whatever that saying was. I don't know.
Right.
A
day late and $1 short.
Yeah, day late and $1 short. Yes, I always fucking
right.
Saying. All right. The next word is lacking.
Lacking. I don't know anybody that's lacking. Well, I guess you guys haven't seen a lot of William on the show, so we're lacking a lot of William the Baddest. So hopefully, she can come off some of those other shows that she's doing to come over here and, finish it out with this group. So we're lacking William the Baddest and we would like more.
Yeah. Come play with the Negresses and the Negroes.
Yeah. There, because we allegedly racist.
Anyway, the next word is accountability.
You said name the cast members that go along with that.
The first cast member that comes to your mind that is like fits with that description.
I would say King Payne. I would say King Payne and Nicole.
But they take accountability?
They don't. Nicole does not. King Payne will take it, but he gonna play games. He like a kid. With King Payne, it's like a kid making him eat his vegetables. It's like eat your spinach He like, no, I don't want to eat it. Eventually they'll eat it. Nicole is gonna knock the spinach off the table. She not taking no accountability. How dare you? Nicole will get into an altercation with 20 people and tell you she don't know what she said. She don't know why they mad. She don't know what's going on. What planet we on? What's today? I think it's Tuesday. That's Nicole when it comes to accountability.
Okay. All right. The next word is leader.
Leader. I would say Andre.
Yes.
I would definitely say Andre is the leader. Like he always, like a lot of stuff, even orchestrated behind the scenes and stuff. As much as credit as others would like to take, at the end of the day, Andre was the one who kind of like put it all together. Yes, you may have helped and assisted, maybe threw a couple of extra little $100, but if it wasn't for Andre, it wouldn't have, a lot of things wouldn't have gotten put together.
Yes. The next word is mean girl.
Mean girl. I would say King Payne, how he being with Hershey. He was being a little harsh with Hershey because it's like, I can see you being mad because he laughed at your jokes and tried to throw a little shade. So just get in your green screen and throw a little shade back. But you was acting like you was about to, run her over. Like don't run Hershey over, girl, because she said that your joke wasn't funny.
Mm-hmm. Know it all.
Yeah. Know it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think nobody is a know-it-all.
All right. We could mysterious.
Mysterious. I would say poetic is mysterious. He has a
Okay.
mysterious like aura to him. Especially if you like, you don't know him. And you guys haven't gotten to see a lot of him yet, but he's coming. Stay tuned.
Gotcha.
He's
Can't
coming.
wait. Mischievous.
Mischievous
No,
or mischievous?
yeah,
Mischievous.
mischievous. Yeah, mischievous.
King Payne.
Gotcha. Fashion.
Fly King Eye.
Period. Skin.
What?
Skin.
Skin Fly King Eye. I would say
Period.
Skin Fly King Eye. I would give it to Andre. Gives me skin. Jeremy gives me skin. Yeah, that's who I would give it to.
Ooh, not you shading the other hoes.
Not
Yes.
shading. No, everybody. That's not no shade. That's just when I think of skin. This is who I would say.
Okay. Body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Body Jayla Jaylon, the queen.
Period. Events.
Events. I would give it to Nicole. Her events are really, she really, I was her I've been to several events that she has had that you guys will see more, events that she throws throughout the season. But yeah, she does her thing, no one wants to take anything away from, Mamacita. She does her thing.
Period. Overrated.
ah, um, overrated. I don't know if anybody is overrated. What do you mean?
Like, it's like, girl, I don't get the hype.
You know what? I'm gonna skip that one.
Underrated.
Underrated. I don't know who's underrated. Maybe poetic because you guys haven't really got to see like his character yet.
Okay.
But when you guys start to see it, I'm gonna be cracking up because y'all don't know poetic like I know him. So poetic turns up. So okay, we're just gonna say it like that. Y'all think we turn up? Nah, poetic be ready to jump across the table. Y'all just don't know that yet.
Gotcha. I can't wait. Misunderstood. We have two more.
Misunderstood. I would say I would give that to both Jayla and Nicole. I feel like they're both misunderstood.
Okay.
In different ways.
Got you. Over her. Just
over her.
Just over her.
The only person I would say I would be over is Nicole at this moment. And not even just her, but some of her antics and actions. And it's not even just her antics and actions, because what she would say is, well, you did this and they did that. But it's like, if I did something and I did that, I'ma own up to what I did. I'm not gonna say, well, I only did that because, well, the only reason that happened was because. I'm gonna say, you know what, I said that, I did that, I was wrong, or I did it, and that's what it was. That's what the fuck I said. But I'm not gonna be like, no, it was because the aliens came down and they shit and they did a little light, and then the men in black came and all this other shit. Like, no, just own what the fuck you did. I'm over that.
Period. The last one is Pink Slip.
Fran.
I'm talking about the current cast members.
The current cast, who should get a pink slip? I think everybody deserves, wherever the Lord leads them.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Gotcha. All right. So, I forgot to ask you this question. Did you watch that motherfucking knife when you scratch your fucking head?
That knife was clean, and I was chopping limes with them. So, limes are antibacterial anyway. So I was fine.
Chad. All right, y'all. Do y'all have any questions for Fly King I? This is the fan question segment. We have one question. If you could put together an all-star cast from all of the franchise, that is Atlanta, LA, and Dallas, who would you choose and why?
Hold on, because I'm on like 2%. Let me plug in my charger real quick. Hold on.
Oh, shit. Plug it up. Plug it up. This is your chance to get in these questions, okay? Make sure y'all give good questions. Girl, be shady. Be shady. I don't think she'll mind, child. Okay? Drop y'all questions. She's coming in. I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad I wasn't looking at the chat. I wasn't looking at the chat, you guys. I wasn't looking at it. Listen, I have learned to not look at the chat and just focus on the interview. Okay? Shit. You won't get me. I know that. Let me oh, there we go.
Okay, hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back. My phone, my laptop died. So if I could do the all-star cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, how many people we get? 10?
How many you want on your all-star cast?
Okay, whoever. I would say from Dallas, I would take Premier. I would take Trey Howard. I would take I'm trying to think of everybody. I would take King Kane because she's shady. We need a little shade.
Mm-hmm.
From Atlanta, I would take Kendra, Lauren. I would take Oliver. I would make Q come back so we can have a power of 3. From us, I would keep myself, of course. I would keep Andre. I would keep King Payne. I would keep Hershey. I would keep Jayla, so we could have the East Coast down south, trans invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I would keep William because William makes it, want to
Hot,
make
make
it
it shakes it
diverse
up.
cat. Everything's about diversity and diversify. So we want to get her in there.
All lives
Um,
matters.
right, all that, because we don't want to be racist or accused of being
Mm-hmm.
racist. So we're
Gotcha.
inclusive. Um, I want to say that's about it. I think that would
Okay.
be a solid cast of heavy
Got
hitters.
you. Got you. All right. Problems and drama aside, what does he think about the cast in this season?
Drama aside, I think that the cast is great. Everyone, seems to be bringing something to the table, some more than others, but that's neither here nor there. But I think drama aside, I really like what King Payne brings with his brand, Andre brings with his brand, what Nicole brings, with her brand, and she throws events and she contributes to, the circle, and we, appreciate that. Appreciate Hershey and what she's been able to showcase with her being in a relationship and having a son, but she's a drag queen. Like that sound like, this superhero movie. Like what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy to see her. um Poetic, who was on, Iyanla Fix My Life, and he's been in, several films, and he we'll see some of the stuff. I don't want to say because we'll get to see it on the show, but some he does a lot of, work within the entertainment industry too. So, he does his thing. So, it was a really, great cast. I could see why everyone, got picked. Unfortunately, personal agendas supersede those things. But dramas aside, I think everyone is great. Especially,
Gotcha.
we even got William.
Mm-hmm. Why did you and Andre share a bed when there was one free bunk bed? Y'all hunching?
I don't when we me and Andre talked about this because we seen this in the comments, and somebody asked Andre this in an interview. I think Philly over there on the lituation asked, I don't know. Y'all know good and well that me and Andre is good sisters, and we are not fucking hunching. We have not been giving each other the googly eye. Like I don't know where y'all got that from.
Y'all not
Um,
bumping first pocketbooks?
no, we go to Nordstrom. We buy
Sisters?
pocketbooks, but that's about all we do with our pocketbooks, and we put money in them.
No
But we're
sister.
not making any exchanges. But what I will say is, I guess, it's this thing where you can't, like, it's very normal for me to sleep and when I go on vacation with my friends in the same bed who are gay men, and there's nothing going on. So it's like, it's nothing going on with me and Andre at
I
all.
like to cuddle too with my
We
friends.
didn't cuddle, but but I'm glad you like to, but we didn't. We just slept in the same bed because we knew that it was like a room where a bunch of people could sleep. We had two separate rooms, which Andre and Rich Bomb pay a little extra so that they can have their own room. I know King Payne had asked me on the show when I went to the studio if he could have his own room, but Nicole and Rich already had put financial dibs on those rooms. So he had to stay in the community room. The only reason why there was an extra bunk bed was because, Poetic is not there yet. But like I said on the show, he's arriving. So just keep watching the show and you'll see that the bunk bed will indeed be filled. So there was no there every bed was full. So me and Andre did have to have, our own room. And it was a king size bed. It wasn't like I was in a twin bed with this man.
Gotcha. In your opinion, why do you think it's so hard for castmates to admit when they're wrong in the
I
wrong?
think because people are on, a platform, and it's more so about their image versus just being authentic and natural, and sometimes in life you're going to get a W and sometimes you're going to get an L. Sometimes you were right in a situation and sometimes you were wrong. But I think it's important to show the audience that you're human and you make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect all the time and always be right and be even willing to lie just so you could be right. Like that's just corny to me. So I think because people are not brave enough to just be honest and take accountability when they're wrong in front of, you know, Chasen has like almost 80,000 subscribers in front of 80,000 plus people, you know.
Okay, all right. Any more questions, guys? If that's the last question,
very good questions.
Definitely. If y'all don't have any more questions, say now or forever hold your peace. First of all, I want to say thank you, Ian. Before, you know, I'm just gonna wait for anybody who has questions. I want to thank you for coming on my platform, knowing that I have no shade your way.
I see you. I see you. And you can ask Andre. I've been on the phone. Be like, you know, because you know when y'all do these reviews, you know I'm gonna find out. So I'd be like, I ain't paying Aaron no attention.
But I did like what Andre's like. You have to have a conversation, and I was like, I was open to it because I liked Ian, the rapper in the beginning. And then when he said what he said, is like, you know, I just had to like hear from his side because you don't do interviews like that. So I was like, I want to reach out to him and see if he would come. And I'm going to give him the open door in the space, you know, not to be unbiased and hear him out and really get to know him. And, you know, if, you know, just explain himself. And I really gotten the chance to, you know, and hear your side and respect you. And, you know, everything is all good, you know.
I appreciate it. I'm glad everything is, I'm gonna still be watching these reviews now.
Yeah, like I'm still throwing my shade.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm still throwing my shade. I throw my shade at everybody.
It's all love.
Ain't nobody exempt. Even I throw shade at King Payne, and King Payne knows I love him. You know, so anybody can get it. None of you bitches are exempt. None of you bitches. But I have to say I do respect you, and I'm glad that we had this conversation, even though, you know, early in the day, you know, a girl was like, you know, girl, I'll give you an interview. All you got to do is cancel this one. You know, it's getting nervous, you know. A little shade, little thirst, you know. Love it.
Yeah, some of the girls canceled. No, I don't cancel.
I don't know. It's the fact is like they didn't really cancel when it's never been scheduled, you know. I feel like, you know, when you
you guys never had an interview.
Yeah, never had a schedule. It wasn't scheduled. Yeah. It wasn't never scheduled.
So how you cancel something that wasn't scheduled?
That's the question that I want to know. You know,
that's crazy. See, so you can't say you can't see what we see.
I know. I definitely see now because
the made up of stories and narratives.
Like when
she's doing it to you.
When you give genuine and people spit back in your face and you don't know why you get spit in your face. And it's
when
like
you go to somebody's party being genuine and nice, and they say that you're not fly and you look crazy and we don't like your outfit and drag you after episode, spit in your face when you felt like you was being nice. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no shade. Now I see what you know the girls are talking about. You know, when you is kissing ass, I think this person wants to kiss ass. You know, be on the other people platform when you have been nothing but genuine. You know, you already chose who you want to roll with. Girl, have fun, girl. Have fun. You know, be little fishes, you know, swim around in the pond. Do your big one. You know,
I think that's the first time because, you know, obviously this is my second season, but, you know, whether, you know, things get rescheduled and canceled, I've never seen anybody put out a flyer that the interview was canceled. That was the first time I seen that. That was new. I was like, this must be something new that, you know, the managers, maybe they doing. I don't know. I've never seen that.
I didn't even know that it was out until I was tagged in it. And somebody texted one of my friends, shout out to him. I'm not going to say, but text me is like, why is this? Why this person put this out? Like, for what? What was the purpose? It wasn't even scheduled. Like, and there was no time, no date, no nothing. It's like the girls just want a moment. And it's like, girl, get away from me. Move. You know?
You know? What you said, the girls just do what?
The girls is girling. Yeah, the girls is girling. It's just
they
weird.
wanted a moment.
Yeah, they want a moment. They want
You
me
said
to
it, not me.
respond. It's like, girl, it's
I didn't say
okay.
it.
I don't have to respond to you, babe. I'm gonna just be nice, Nancy, like you have been. You know.
That's all we be saying. That's all. That's all. That's all. We don't have no problem. It's like, well, you
Yeah,
want
we
to be
don't have
nice,
no problem. I'm
Nancy.
just gonna give you the same type of
Me
energy.
too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully you're watching, and we know you're watching. We know you're watching, babe.
She don't miss a beat. That's one. That's one. She don't miss a beat, honey. She in
Most
here.
definitely. But we have definitely two more questions. Two more questions,
Okay.
and then we're out of here. Okay.
Okay.
Season 1 had a lot of transphobia,
Oh
and
God.
there was a lot of deflection when it was called out. And after seeing it play out in the backlash, did the cast work on themselves to improve?
Here's the thing. Here's my thing with the transphobia, right? I think I could see as a viewer how it could be looked at as maybe transphobia, but to me, on being on the both sides, as I'm seeing it, but I saw behind the scenes too, it's more so like if somebody is disrespectful, you're gonna say something while disrespectful. It doesn't mean that if you feel like if somebody, let's say somebody is large or plus size, right? But they coming at me and I'm gonna be like, and I say, oh, you fat ass bitch. That doesn't mean that I'm fat phobic. That just means that this person this person is saying something to me hurtful, and I feel like they're trying to hurt my feelings. So I'm gonna say something that I feel will hurt their feelings. And maybe in the case of someone who is transgender, it may be to bring up that they're transgender to hurt their feelings like they're trying to hurt mine, but not that I'm scared of, have a problem with, or don't support that community.
Okay, all right. Next question, and the last question. Does he think that at some point everyone can resolve their issues? One reason I love this last season of Atlanta so much is because they could resolve their issues. I mean, did they really resolve the issues?
I was saying that, but
Man.
we love Atlanta. Shout out to Chasing Atlanta and them resolving these issues that you claim they resolved. But I think, we'll get to see some people resolve certain issues and others not resolve any issues. Some people want to take accountability or just squash it and move on. And some people want to keep it going because, hey, they benefit from keeping it going. If they wasn't keeping it going, they wouldn't have the opportunity to, have all of these different moments on the show. And, everyone has this thing where they want to sit as close as they can to the reunion host, because that means that you had all of this stuff going on throughout the season. So, people have their agendas and how they want to promote themselves on this platform. So unfortunately, that's going to supersede having, genuine relationships with people, unfortunately. So
yeah,
some people will, and some people will absolutely not.
Sure. Will Mr. Ray be a reunion host this season? This go around? Not you took girl.
I hear you.
Girl.
I
hate girl, give me the contract. I'll rip it up for you. Just give me the contract.
I don't even know. I don't know if we're having a reunion. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh girl. First of all, if Ondario's watching or Q watching, listen, just blame me. Okay? Don't blame me. Don't give me no email.
Call. You say Q? Call Q. He'll tell you. I don't know these questions.
All right, but that's all I wanted to ask. I gotta get something. So let me ask you this. This last question. We're gonna get out of here. What do you foresee for this reunion coming? If the because y'all haven't stopped filming, y'all still filming. Mm-hmm. But just up until like where y'all at in filming, what can you predict the turnout of this reunion?
Some situations, because we're halfway through this, like pretty much almost halfway through the season, I can't speak on because you guys haven't seen them. Because there's more situations and arguments and issues that you guys just haven't seen yet. Even after we get from Palm Springs, it's still other crazy shit that happened. Like, but right now where we at, I definitely see King Payne and Hershey having an epic battle. I'm so excited about that battle.
Me too.
So I'm
Me too, bitch. I say low.
I'm gonna try to sneak in some popcorn and whatever I'm wearing and just, girl, this is good. I foresee Jayla, of course, and Nicole not being able to get anywhere. And that's pretty much, you know, what I can foresee as far as anything crazy happening. But there's other things that I know are also going to be really crazy, but you guys haven't seen it yet, so you know I can't.
Period. So that's the ending. Do you have any questions, ending statements, or you know, that you want to say so we can end it here? Do you have any ending statements?
Well, I thank you so much for having me, you know, and despite what you may think, I appreciate the reviews. I get a lot of, you know, the love, you know, the negative, the positive. I appreciate it all because, you know, it's all about growth at the end of the day. And, you know, I respect the fact that everyone, you know, is entitled to their opinion. So I appreciate you even reaching out. I was actually, when I seen it, I started cracking up. And I called Andre. I was like, wait, guess who asked me to come on the show? And then you said, I'm excited to talk to you. And I was like, I'm sure he is. He's trying to light my ass up. But I appreciate, you know, that you allowing me your platform. I liked, you know, a lot of the questions that you asked that allowed me to elaborate on some misconceptions because I don't get to do, you know, a whole lot of these, you know. So I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Thank you for watching, supporting me, talking about my brand. I appreciate all those things. Thank you so much.
Yes, you guys. And I just pinned the Royal Flyness. Okay, I just pinned it. Go there, go to the website, check out the amazing products from the Fly King Eye. I'm definitely going to purchase a lip balm. So, you know, once that, you know, to transaction, this process, okay, put a little card in it for me and be like, you know, thank you from
I got you.
Your biggest supporter or something like that.
I got you.
Girl, put $1 in for me, you know.
I'll put something extra special just for you, I promise.
Here he is! All right. Anyway, but so everybody go follow Fly King Eye. Go follow him on Instagram. Follow his business page. Go to his website. Purchase. It's very affordable. Fragrances, butters, lip balms, the whole motherfucking nine. Get y'all lives, okay? And plus, no shade. The winter is coming. You need to be, you know,
don't be out here
lathering and moisturizing because, baby, we're black. We get ashy when, you know,
cozy within my skin.
Trust. I'm definitely going to do an unboxing. I'm going to get a couple of products. I'm definitely going to be doing an unboxing of your products. I'm gonna get a couple of them.
I'm excited to watch it. We'll be reposting it.
No shade. I will do it. No shade.
We'll be reposting
so I want y'all to, you know, thank you for like, you know, coming and everything. And
you're welcome.
Yeah. All right, we out of here.
We have to come back a little later and talk about some things, you know.
Oh yes. First of all, you can always come over here. We'll recap the fucking shit together if you want to, and just come back because you know I had Andre up here. Hershey, you know, they always come by and just show love and just come up and talk about the episodes and stuff like that. So you're more than welcome, you know.
I'll definitely be back because it gets really crazy. It's definitely some things that you're going to want to have questions about.
Oh, most definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem. Ian.
Yeah.
You know you can remove yourself, right?
How do I do that? I don't know how to
do that.
You
didn't know how to do it? You never used
Leave studio. I see it. Bye, guys.
Oh, yeah, send me a PR box. Yes. Shoot. Send him a PR box, period. No, I like to support anyway. I like to support. But yes, guys, how do y'all love it? You know, it's crazy. Was that too rude? Was that too rude? Do y'all think I was rude? Like when I just said, like, girl, remove yourself. Do you think I was rude? Am I rude? I don't think that was rude. That probably was rude. But yes, I definitely was I was excited to talk to him, and I'm glad we had this talk. I'm glad that we had this talk. Like I really do. Like I fuck with him. It wasn't rude. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. No, it wasn't rude. But yes, guys, I'm gonna come back. They was just staring at you like, I was like, but anyway, I'm gonna come back. Tonight. We're gonna do Shady Nights. We're gonna go live and do our big one. And I will see y'all at a later time. All right. I'll see y'all later on tonight. Thank you for joining, y'all. Thank you. Follow me. Period. On Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, y'all. Follow me on my Twitch. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And also join my Discord. We have a great time on Discord, okay? We have a great time on Discord. Great time. And thank you for the great jobs. Thank y'all. I'm glad y'all love this interview. Like I said, thank you. I look so clean. First of all, y'all, this shirt is very see-through. So I could have showed all my rack. I could show my amazing rack. So it's very see-through. You know, it's cute. This was the shirt I was going to have on in DC, but I never got to do my big one or whatever. But yeah, later, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? We're gonna go on the Discord. We're gonna talk in the Discord, okay? All right, bye. Later, you guys.